Oh, wait. I'm totally not ready. Totally not ready. Don't have the right mic. That's my fault. It's okay. I fix. I forgot. I didn't have the right microphone equipped. Okay. There we go. I need to use the other one that I have. There's another one over there I stole from work. Shouldn't say stole.
Borrowed.
Borrowed because they told me to.
No, if they told you to borrow it, that's fine.
Yeah. They were going to throw it away. So I was like, well, my stepping stool kind of sucks. And it's kind of gross. So I want a better one. So let me get a better one. Okay. And now I need to edit this to use the new microphone. Yeti. Peek it. Hello.
Hello.
Why am I only getting it out of one ear? There we go. Can you hear it in both ears?
Perfect. Now I can.
Perfect. Okay. And now you don't have to hear yourself.
Wait, can you go back? Because I might have only gotten it in the other ear.
Okay. Hold on. I'm just gonna raise this. You raise me up. Okay. Do you hear? Can you hear?
Yeah. I think so.
Yes, you think so?
Let me... Yeah. It's definitely louder than this other one.
It might be because...
Which is weird.
It's where it's being picked up from.
Interesting.
I don't know. But I'm going to keep this over here so it's not in your way.
That's
yeah?
fine. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And then this goes... Well, that'll go in your hand. Okay.
Will it?
Well, I hope it goes in your hand. Yeah. All right. We're gonna do Beacon Pines. We're the Blargs playing Beacon Pines. I'm gonna record this, as I record everything these days. Yeah. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. This is Blargs play Beacon Pines Part 3. Now here's the real question. Do you remember what we're doing?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Turn that down for us.
We're meeting up with Rolo at the treehouse.
If I remember correctly, I think the last thing we did was we oh, and I need to do one more thing real quick. But you can run around.
I cannot run around.
What? What do you mean? It doesn't work.
I can't move.
Okay, it's doing that because now you can run around.
The
Okay.
Valentine Mansion loomed over every other building in town, both figuratively and literally.
So, and we probably would need that. Actually, that's the wrong screen. It's this one. Okay, hold on, wait, don't touch anything. It's this one. Perfect. No, it's not perfect. Sorry, I have to edit on the fly. What is this screen? Now we're perfect. Okay. Go ahead.
The Valentines shuttered off their...
So I think the last time that we played, we got to an ending where the whole world froze.
Mm-hmm.
And we what's his name? The little punk kid. Oh. Who was he? Was he me or you?
I don't know, it doesn't matter. For the last time, there's nothing to worry about.
Who was the clipboards? Was I the clipboards?
I don't know.
Of course, we're not worried.
Yes.
The clipboard finished writing with a scratchy flourish and looked up.
Just dotting our I's and crossing our T's.
Well, maybe try minding your P's and Q's.
Mr. Nuncreed, arms crossed over his paunch.
What a horrible
gave
name.
An exhausted sigh.
And we found out he's a bad guy.
If there's anything you need knowing, you'll know it.
Absolutely. If you just sign here and acknowledge everything is accurate, we'll be out of your hair in a flash.
Oh, for the love of...
He snatched the pad and scribbled his name so hard the pen nearly snapped.
There. And would you like my eternal soul as well?
The clipboards looked at each other for a moment, almost pondering the possibility.
Oh my
And
god.
broke into laughter as they walked away.
Ha 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 ha. We just not talking to Nuncreed?
Nope.
Okay. We just
Do you
not.
want me to talk to him?
No. You play. You play. We're not talking to Nuncreed. Oh, but can we talk to the lady reading the book?
Yeah.
The answers you seek will be revealed to you in due time. The question is, the figure toned. Are you prepared to live with the truth? Another day, another dollar. See you tomorrow, Z.
Have you noticed how all the perennial harvest folks order the same drink?
Decaf cappuccino with extra foam. Why?
I don't know. Just thought it's a little odd.
Pretty weird for sure.
Well, the customer's always right.
That-
Absolutely not.
Absolutely.
See you bright and early tomorrow.
Absolutely not. I can't wait. I like this music though.
Mm-hmm. It's a little stressful.
Is it?
A little bit.
William Kerr and Gus Valentine proudly surveyed the half-covered festival banner.
It's all coming together quite nicely.
Couldn't have done it without you.
The mayor gave a half-hearted shrug.
I'm not so sure about that.
Nonsense. That reminds me, I wasn't able to thank your sister for her contributions.
Yes, she has been indisposed of late. Do you want me to move this forward for you?
She doesn't like me much, does she?
Oh no, that's not it at all. She's just been busy.
Of course. Regardless, I would be forever grateful if you could pass my thanks on to her. The History Museum adds a real air of import to the whole affair. And we couldn't very well celebrate the story of Beacon Pines without including the Valentines.
My father was a great man.
Whoop,
Oh,
my bad.
it's all good. We went to the menu.
You're darn tootin' he was.
Kerr locked his arm on Gus's shoulder.
But I mean the entire Valentine family. Present company included.
Can I ask you something, Mr. Kerr?
Call me William. Ask away.
William, why are you doing all this?
Gosh, I've never felt one needed a compelling reason to throw a party.
Not just the festival. All of this. There's gotta be 100 of down on their luck towns out there. Why is Perennial Harvest interested in helping Beacon Pines?
You know what I love most about the agriculture business? Seeds.
Seeds?
Yep, little bundles of potential.
With a glimmer in his eye, Kerr gestured grandly toward the horizon.
You treat a seed right, nurture it, feed it, and it can grow into something truly special.
You see potential here?
Undoubtedly. The seed of greatness is already under our feet. All it needs is a little nudge. And the right leadership, of course.
Oh.
Good night, Mayor Valentine.
Alright, Kerr. Into Perennial Harvest he goes.
Yep.
Oh, this is nice.
Yeah, the treehouse is just a little further on from here.
So, what's your buddy Rolo like?
Rolo? He's Rolo.
Not particularly helpful.
Sorry, I've just never thought about it. Lots of energy. He's funny, even when he's not trying to be. Things have been tough for his family since the fowl harvest.
It's about damn time you tell me what about this fowl harvest thing he is.
It's a kinda long story.
Hit me with the highlights.
Okay. There used to be a fertilizer company here called Valentine's. They were kind of a big deal.
Ooh, big deal fertilizer.
It was a big deal to us. Their stuff really worked. Farmers loved it. So Valentine's grew, and Beacon Pines pretty much grew around it. Most everyone in town either worked for Sharper Valentine or used his fertilizer. Things were good.
I'm sensing a big but.
Around 6 years ago, Sharper Valentine suddenly died. And something changed.
Changed how?
Could have been a bad batch. Maybe it was in the water, or air, or soil. Nobody knows. But all the crops died. And everyone blamed the Valentines.
The fowl harvest.
Yeah. Valentine's fertilizer went out of business. Half the town lost their jobs.
Sheesh.
The next year, the crops came back, but something was different. You plant a crop, do everything right, and it's sort of a crapshoot what happens.
So nobody knows why?
Nope.
I take it Rolo's farm got the short end of the stick?
Yep, for some reason their farm was hit harder than others.
That sucks.
Things have gotten better since Perennial Harvest came to town. I keep hitting the back button.
It's okay. It's a button I'm looking for.
I know. The things have gotten better since Perennial Harvest came to town.
The Beacon Pines Reborn initiative?
Yep, first thing they did was give the town a deep scrub. They even put us up in hotels one town over for a week while they decontaminated the groundwater and rebuilt
Do you?
town.
Yeah. Do you remember? Yeah. Okay. yeah. See, it's coming back, right?
We better get going.
But see, in this world, in this line, we don't know that.
I know.
They don't know that.
I know.
Hold on, wait. Don't touch anything. I see why I put it in the corner.
What?
I see why I put it in the corner. Okay. Go. It's about time. I was meant to give up and go home. No, it's a lower one, right? Who's new kid? Nope, that was. My name's Beck. You must be Rolo. I see my reputation precedes me.
There you go.
Welcome to Mission Control.
Rolo waggled his head with pride.
I got it. You'll find that we spared no expense in construction. I've seen worse looking piles of junk. Thanks. Hey, Luca, you know the one security concerns we talked about?
Yeah.
Well, while I was waiting, I made some improvements. Let me lock this baby down for for a little test infiltration. Can't be too safe these days. There's a car door. He goes all out, doesn't he?
Always.
Lavish, alright. Yeah, you kick that can. Oh. Point blank. Oh, this one's moving. How would you get... Where did you guys get all this junk in the first place?
There's a guy in town named Jeff who trades us junk for snacks.
Junk food for junk. Nice. So, pretty sweet security, right? It was a manager, I'll give you that. Luca, are you sure we can trust the new recruit?
I'll vouch for her.
Thanks, I guess.
Oh, Luca, you promised to fill me in about the Valentine's warehouse.
Luca sucked in a long breath.
So like I said, there was someone there.
What were they doing?
I don't know, but the place was lit up and active.
Maybe they were squatters?
I don't think so. It seemed more organized. When the man pulled me in, I saw some sort of equipment running.
A man pulled you in?
Yeah, but I got away.
You keep saying that it was a man. They were wearing a mask, right?
Yeah.
And it could have been a woman.
How did you get away?
I grabbed a rock or something and broke their mask. They let go and I ran.
Dang.
That's intense. No wonder you freaked out when you saw your grandma.
Yeah, that's the other part. On our way here, Beck and I saw Eris Valentine meeting with Gran, wearing the same sort of hazmat suit.
Rollo let out a low whistle.
And they weren't there for idle chit-chat. It was a proper clandestine meetup.
So let me get this straight. There's an operation in full swing at the Valentine warehouse? And you were almost abducted by a strange man or woman in a protective suit? And you then saw your gran in the same suit talking to Harris Valentine?
Pretty much.
I'm beginning to think this town is kind of awesome.
Rollo and Luca shot back a look.
No offense.
And so, we can logically conclude aliens or alien zombies have infiltrated the town. And their leader is your gran. She tried to murder you.
First of all, and for the last time, there are no aliens. Second, it couldn't have been my gran at the warehouse. I broke that person's mask to get away. The mask Gran was wearing wasn't damaged.
Boy, she's definitely hiding something.
Maybe.
Your gran is weird, but she might be the most boring person in the universe. And all she does is sit around and make a jam. What could she possibly have to hide?
I don't know. We haven't talked much since she moved in.
Moved in? Your gran isn't from here?
No, she came a few months back to take care of me after...
After his mom went missing.
Did you know your gran before?
Not really, no. It had been years since I'd seen her.
Luca, don't take this the wrong way. But are we sure your gran is on the up and up?
Luca gazed out the window.
I'm just saying. It sounds like strange stuff has been happening since she showed up.
We could say the same thing about your family. But you're right. Luca, your gran is hiding something. And Pa always says,
Folks only bury stuff worth digging up.
we need to investigate your house.
If my gran really is hiding something, don't you think I would have noticed by now?
That's kind of the whole point of hiding something.
I guess you're right. Gran's been leaving the house for hours at a time this week. I'll call you two tomorrow when the coast is clear. We can start getting to the bottom of this.
I'm always for it down. I'm always game for a good snoop.
You can count me in.
Chapter 6. Secret Lair.
Ooh.
Summer forged ahead, but the nights only seemed to grow colder. Luca walked home slowly under the pale starlight, cautious to avoid any more surprises lurking in the shadows. Reaching home, he slipped quietly into bed, half dreading what they might discover the next day.
What time is it?
Nice.
I'm coming, I'm coming.
Yeah, damn.
Rolo, what on earth is that?
Hmm?
That ridiculous thing on your head.
Oh, this. It helps me think.
You're gonna need a lot more of those.
Joke all you want. We'll see who's laughing when I crack this case wide open. Is the coast clear?
Yep, whatever she's been up to this week, it's been keeping her busy most of the day.
Very well. The game is afoot.
Luca and Beck rolled their eyes as Rolo strutted across the room.
If I were a gran, where would I hide my deepest, darkest secret? Perhaps where you might least expect it.
Rolo flung open the cabinet with confidence.
Do you want me to take those off?
Yeah, they're bugging me. Thank you.
Aha!
Soft, as a veil of dust hit his face.
I think it's safe to assume anything that dusty isn't what we're looking for. Hey!
Jack Bryant, thank you so much for the $10 donated. Much appreciated.
What does $10 get people?
An entrance to the raffle that I'm holding right now. So
Hey!
they get to pick whatever they want of the rest of the records that I got. So, whatever they want.
Or maybe that's what she wants you to think. Then again, any good detective knows not to trust their first hunch. First hunches are for suckers. Eureka! She's lit a fire in order to burn the evidence.
She keeps that fire going every day, Rolo.
Drat, it might be too late. Just think of the mounds of documents lost to ash.
Okay. I'm gonna stop you right there. Can we just think for a moment? Luca, is there anywhere Gran doesn't want you to go?
Yeah. The closet upstairs.
So maybe it stands to reason that we should check there first.
No dice, it's locked.
Well, well, well. Look who stands to reason now.
Hmm.
I have no idea where the key is.
If it's really important, then she probably keeps it with her. Anywhere else?
She has her berry bushes.
Who has ever thought, I'm gonna take this important thing and huck it in a bush?
True. Anything else? Maybe something out of the ordinary?
Well, she is always worried I'll break her fancy dishware in the kitchen. But it doesn't matter anyway. I can't reach the latch.
A look of realization crept onto Luca's face. All three kids snapped to glance at each other, then sprinted in turn toward the kitchen.
To the kitchen!
All right, Rolo. This is your time to shine.
Ah, yes. You've called upon my expert detective skills. And now, I shall proceed with...
Before he could finish, Luca scrambled up Rolo's back.
Hey, this isn't my idea of detective work.
Every squad needs a good lockpick. And every good lockpick needs a sturdy head to sit on.
This is beneath my standing.
Stop complaining and hold still.
Got it.
Oh, is that you?
I don't know. Both of
The
us.
three crowded around the hutch to peer in. With the glass doors opened, a perfect porcelain display gleamed in front of them. Their eyes searched for anything amiss, but The only distinct feature was its impeccability.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
Yeah. I don't really know what we were expecting. Like, oh hey. Let me just yank on this random teacup and...
Beck pulled on one of the teacups. It slanted forward with a hollow click. The entire hutch began to rustle and slide under its own power.
Seems like your gran has done some remodeling.
Dude, only 2 types of people have secret layers. Evil masterminds and superheroes.
So which one do we think that she is?
We're about to find out.
Okay, so more of an unhinged conspiratrist vibe?
Oh, wow! This cannot be good.
We need to look around before jumping to conclusions.
Alright, time to look around.
Luca jostled each cabinet drawer in turn. Only one was unlocked. He fingered through the filing cabinet, pausing at a bulging folder labeled Walter. For a long moment, he just stared at it.
Do we know a Walter?
Dad? His dad is Walter?
What do you got there?
It's my dad.
Good call.
Looks like some of his old medical files.
Your dad was a doctor?
Luca nodded and caressed the label with his thumb.
Well,
are you gonna read it? Here, let me help.
Rollo swiped the folder from the drawer and began leafing through the pages. He whistled to himself, barely looking at the text.
How about you actually read some of it?
One sec. Dense documents such as this are a lot like a cheeseburger. Best to skip straight to the middle. That's where all the meaty bits live.
Wow, I had no idea we were in the presence of a preeminent scholar. Preeminent scholar in dense documents and cheeseburgers. By all means, proceed.
He stopped at a page and mimed, holding up a monocle.
Here we are. Follow-up examination of Terence Wilby. Patient shows further signs of paleness and malaise. A body temperature continues to drop. He now describes soreness of muscles and joints. This is similar to the symptoms exhibited by Miss Wilby the last few days. Still waiting on lab results from a Joseph.
Rollo looked up with heightened surprise.
See? Creepy.
Yeah, that's kind of disturbing. Who's Joseph?
That's Mr. Nuncreed's name. That guy's name is Gross.
Rollo's finger traced across the page.
There's more scribbled in the margins. Could it be contagious? Mr. Wilby claims the tap water at his home has been contaminated. Perhaps environmental? Lab results only raise more questions.
It's like he came back to this report later and made those notes.
So it might be related to something else.
Rollo scanned through several more pages.
Here.
The writing looks shaky. I just couldn't help her. This disease, or whatever it is, progresses so fast. And with his wife's passing, Terrence's condition follows close behind, exacerbated by the loss. Enough is enough. I need to take matters into my own hands.
Luca, staring blankly at the cabinet this whole time, spoke softly.
What does it say next?
Rollo rustled the folder, trying to loose more pages.
That's where it ends.
What? There has to be more.
Luca frantically shoved the remaining cabinet folders, trying to find another labeled Walter.
Luca, I think that's the only one. It's alphabetical, see?
What did he mean, enough is enough? How did he take matters into his own hands? This is bullshit.
Luca slammed the drawer shut. A spider web of string connected photos of people from the town, interspersed with hastily scrawled names.
Straight up that meme, right? Well, sure, she's been kept herself busy.
Is your grand a serial killer? Cause I'm starting to get a vibe.
Don't be ridiculous.
Sure, she's
tracking the movements of everyone in town. Out of the kindness of her heart.
She puts little symbols by some of them.
Yeah, Mr. Nuncreed has a check mark. Her clipboards are all inside a big circle.
My mom's are both on here. Both with question marks?
Gus Valentine has a question mark. Eris has a question mark that's been crossed out.
Mr. Kerr has a bullseye.
The killer has chosen their next victim!
We don't know what any of this means.
Whatever it means, it's not good.
Move.
Oh yeah, there you go. Speed bag it. Oh yeah.
What do we have here?
Barrels marked caution, explosive.
And jam jars?
That's enough jam to feed the whole town.
What kind of incendiary jam is your grand making?
Oh.
Ooh. She wouldn't have had me walk around town delivering bombs, would she?
Would she?
Right?
Only one way to find out.
Rollo casually spun open a lid and dipped his finger in the jam.
Huckleberries.
He smacked his lips.
A hint of brown sugar. And ink?
What?
Rollo plunged his hand in the jar, fishing out a soggy slip of paper.
Aha!
Rollo offered the slimy note to Luca and licked his fingers clean.
It's addressed to Mrs. Fratelli.
A graham jam gram?
It says, last night I used the disguised Eris provided to scout the location. The timing window should be possible. Operation Sparkplug is a go.
Oh man, and they're doing a heist?
Whatever it is, it can't be good.
So, more a bombshell than a bomb. Am I right?
You're new here, so I'll let it slide. But I'm the bad joke guy around here.
They crowded around a worn-down old map of Beacon Pines.
Cool, it looks like a treasure map.
Not every old map is a treasure map, Rollo.
Yeah, but every treasure map is an old map.
I can't fault that logic.
Look, there's even a pathway drawn on it. It starts at the entrance to town. And if we follow it,
Rollo carefully traced the path with his finger.
it leads right to
He jabbed down at the end point.
the town square?
That's the fountain in the middle of town.
What a weird place to hide treasure.
Rollo, that doesn't look like treasure to me. The end of the path on the symbol and the map has the same symbol as those explosives over there.
So, it's not hiding treasure? A real bummer.
Rollo, what's the thing you've been excited about for the past month?
The festival. Gulp?
Did you just say gulp?
This feels like a gulp kind of situation.
Everyone will be gathered near the center of town.
She's gonna blow up the festival.
Not if we stop her. What?
What was that?
Luca looked up from the map.
What was what?
No, I heard it too. That was the front door. Which means someone just shut the door. Which means someone's upstairs.
Shh, quiet. Hit the lights.
Beck flicked off the light, and they became statues in the dark. Overhead, creaking floorboards bent under slow, deliberate steps. The kids looked up, the tilt of their necks following each footfall. Then suddenly, it stopped. Without realizing, they'd been holding their breath. All three exhaled shakily and glanced at each other. A muffled male voice broke the silence.
Hello?
A final few footsteps reached the entrance above them, and the voice now echoed down the stairs.
Anyone down there?
The three kids shuffled to the corners without a peep. As he began to descend the stairs, the man's voice punctuated every new step. Thump.
Yoo-hoo! I'm not here to hurt anyone.
Thump.
I'm just here to help. Just...
Thump. At the bottom step, the man paused, squinting to search the room for signs of life.
Huh? I guess it's nothing.
Rollo shifted suddenly. Luca gave him an intense, chastising look and whispered through clenched teeth.
Rollo, don't.
It was too late. Rollo was already inching toward the stairway. He screeched as he charged toward the shadow.
Flaming chicken coop!
With all his weight, Rollo tackled the man to the ground.
Rollo!
Mysterious creepy man?
Anyone there?
From the dark corner, they saw something move.
Well, I didn't know if I had it in me. But there was only one way to find out.
Holy crap, Rollo, that was awesome. Wait, did you just kill that person?
Luca scrambled to the hunched figure on the ground. Pressing his fingers to the man's neck, he sighed with relief.
You sure clobbered him good, Rollo. He's knocked out cold.
As Beck flicked back on the light, Luca and Rollo both gasped in stereo.
Mr. Tolliver.
Chapter 7.
Was I Tolliver or were you Tolliver?
I don't know.
The interrogation of Hiram Tolliver. Still unconscious, Mr. Tolliver slumped heavily in a shoddy old chair. His hands were bound with rope, his feet tied with some loose string. The kids huddled in a circle, discussing their plan. One thing was certain, they couldn't just let Mr. Tolliver go. They needed to know what he was doing in Luca's house. After some deliberation, it was decided.
They'd run a classic good cop and blank cop interrogation.
They'd run the classic good cop,
Classic.
hard cop interrogation. Rollo brandished a steely gaze. I've got this. Read about it 100 times. Rollo swaggered past the chair which propped up the slumping Hiram Tolliver. Without even looking at his captive, he began with a long, blustery drawl.
Well, Mr. Tolliver.
Mr. Tolliver remained motionless. Rollo spun around to face him. He'd clearly expected to rouse Mr. Tolliver with his booming voice.
Mr. Tolliver?
Beck and Luca gave each other an unsure glance. Rollo slammed his fist on the table.
I said... Mr. Tolliver!
He grabbed the table lamp and beamed it onto the unconscious face. Mr. Tolliver groaned and slowly lifted his head. He recoiled with a muddled, weary squint.
What in the world?
The chair wobbled as he attempted to straighten up.
Who Who's there?
Mr. Tolliver could only make out rough shapes through the glaring light. With a gruff tone, Rollo hoped to both conceal his voice and intimidate.
I'll be asking the questions here, punk. Hold on. Let's just calm down. Oh, I am calm. Calm as a carrot in dirt. As for you, looks like you're sweating.
The doubtful expression on Beck and Lucas' faces transformed into awe.
We can do this my way, or, well, let's just say I never needed another way.
Rollo, hitting his stride, was now channeling every detective trope his memory could recall. He slammed the table again.
Slam. No dids! What? I don't even...
Mr. Tolliver's voice became desperate. He was nearly in tears.
And you've tied me down. How on earth could I dance? Dance with your mouth, punk. Spill the beans! What are you doing poking around this house? I'm here to help Juniper. You make sure everything's ready. So you're in cahoots with Gran. Gran.
Mr. Tolliver was in a daze, now more confused than ever.
You're gonna help her blow up the festival, eh? Blow up the festival? Good
He
lord!
shook his head, feeling more and more dizzy.
No, you got it all wrong. Where is she now? She's headed to the source. Source? What's the source? It's where
His voice faded to a whisper.
the town began. Where it all began. What is Operation Sparkplug?
With that, Mr. Tolliver passed out cold.
Oof.
Rollo swung around with a repentant grimace.
Damn, Rollo. I think you went a little too hard on him.
What did he say about the source?
It's where the town began?
We need more information.
Yeah, but we better not push Mr. Tolliver any farther. Is there anyone else who might know more?
What about the History Museum? Just got set up for the festival.
Nah, that tent was put up by the Valentines. Everything they did was just a bunch of fluff to glorify themselves.
Is there anything more reliable?
The library. If there's any information about this source thing, Cato can help us find it. Let's go get some answers.
We all love Cato. Dang, this is a nice library.
Thanks! We worked hard on it.
Aren't you a little too adorable to be a librarian?
Cute. Oh, Cato hung out here so much, eventually they gave him a set of keys. I just keep an eye on the place for Mrs. Novak sometimes.
And they got you working for free?
It's quiet, and I got access to all the books I can read. What more could a person want?
Fair enough.
What can I do for you all? We need a favor. I already told you and Rollo. I can't put you any higher on the wait list for the next Tank Atomic. And if you're here with more candy, I'll have you know I can't be bought. Call it a personal code of conscience. Actually, we're looking to do some research. Now you're speaking my language. What are you looking for? That's the thing, we sort of don't know.
What do you got in the history of the town?
There's the Country Record Archives. What's in those? Births, deaths, newspaper clippings, stuff like that. Pretty boring reading. But they do go all the way back to when the town was founded. Great, we'll start there.
Chapter 8.
I think this is the farthest we've gotten.
Chapter 8?
Uh-huh.
3 towns over.
Right?
I think we got to 9.
Did we?
The kids spent the rest of the afternoon combing through dusty piles of old county records, desperately searching for anything that could help them make sense of Mr. Tulliver's cryptic utterance.
Oh, actually pretty good.
Hmm?
The petroglyph prices. Sorry, my sister texted me.
Oh, okay.
For up to 10 people, it's $3.60, but each person gets a piece then. Like that includes.
Oh, straight up. Okay.
That includes a piece up to $23.
How long can we be there for?
2 hours. Why?
I wish it was longer.
It's enough time to paint one piece.
True. I mean, I think it's a good price. I think the price is fine. I just wish I could stay longer.
We can always go back another day.
True.
Explosives, messages hidden in jam, dossiers on various town figures, and a corkboard threaded with photos. Gran was the only family he had left. He still couldn't bring himself to believe the worst. But the old map with the symbol of explosives in town square made that difficult. As the sun began to set, the kids were no closer to the truth.
If I have mind to read any more records, my eyeballs are gonna pop.
We have to keep digging.
If I dig another word, I'm gonna end up with one of these acidized death records. Rollo Cotter lived a full and wonderful life till he read so much boring crud that his brain oozed out of his ears. What are you looking for?
I had a blanket.
Yeah, you want a
I don't need the
blanket?
blanket. I just want it to put it over here.
You want to put it under your arm?
Under my leg. Right here.
I mean, you think you could fold this up?
Mm-hmm. That's fine.
Or do you want a pillow?
No, because I want it smaller.
Okay.
I don't need a whole pillow.
Because you can use this.
I just want the blanket, and whatever is fine. Thank you.
This is a small pillow.
Yeah, but I don't want it to be that fluffy. I just want like this right here.
Oh, in between?
Yeah,
Okay,
because
I
my
see.
leg is my chair is like stabbing me.
I got you.
Rollo shut his book with an assertive nod.
If you got a better idea, spit it out.
You sound like my sister.
Keep pushing your luck, pal. And it won't be boring country or county records that'll kill you. I'll put you in my obituary. I'll put you in the obituaries myself.
Rollo muttered under his breath.
Shit.
You're a county record.
Really? That's the best you got? When I'm done with you, you'll be a footnote in history. Just like...
Beck slammed her finger down on the open page before glancing down to read.
J. Hartford here.
I'd love to see you try.
Hey! We're all a little tired here. Let's just take a minute.
Something tickled the back
and-
of Luca's mind.
Wait, what was that name, Beck?
In the obit of J. Hartford from the Brookville Tribune 8 years ago.
That can't be right.
What is it?
J. Hartford. That's my grand's name. Juniper Hartford.
Maybe there were 2 J. Hartfords?
Mrs. Hartford is survived by her young daughter, E. Hartford. My mom's name is Eleanor.
Okay. This is getting creepy.
If your gran is 6 feet under 3 towns over.
Then who am I living with?
The question hung in the air.
Shit.
Damn.
Isn't that the real question?
Alright, gang. I gotta close up for the night.
Beck rubbed her eyes.
How late is it?
Almost 10.
Oh crap, Pa's gonna kill me.
It's like so light outside.
I gotta go.
Yeah, outside of the window. Yeah, my parents will be worried sick.
Okay, let's meet up as early as we can at the festival tomorrow.
What are you gonna do about the unconscious man in your basement?
I'll think of something. If Gran hasn't found him by now.
Yeah, I know. I was like Gran's probably came home, right?
Was pounding as he approached the house.
Looks like people are excited.
If he was lucky, Gran, or whoever it was, hadn't gotten back yet.
I think the only thing we have that month is on the 20th. We have the hockey game, and then we have something on the 21st, which is it the 21st that we have?
28th.
28th? Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's 28th because that's when I bought tickets.
Yeah, either or.
Yeah, 28th.
Okay.
And of course, there was Mr. Tolliver tied up and unconscious in the basement. Dealing with him would be the first order of business. Luca shook out his arms to calm his nerves before entering. He held
shit.
perfectly still, tempering his breath, and listened closely. She was asleep. His only hope was that she hadn't found Mr. Tolliver before dozing off.
They didn't. They didn't close
He
the
didn't
thing.
wake up?
Well, they didn't close the thing. How would she have not walked into the house?
She might not have walked into the kitchen. But he's gone.
He's
so.
definitely gone.
Oh no.
Mr. Tolliver
Well,
was
yeah.
nowhere to be
It's been like
seen.
4 or 5 hours. Maybe he woke up, escaped from his bindings, and left without a trace.
Or maybe Gran knew everything.
Well, she's not your Gran, so. What do I do?
Luca's hungry stomach groaned. Not realizing it, he'd gone the entire day without eating.
Okay, I can figure this out. Just need a little brain food.
Luca rushed over to the pile of jam jars, unscrewed one, and shoveled a handful into his mouth.
I'm afraid your jam delivery will be
He
delayed,
flipped the lid to read the label.
Mr. Nuncreed. Okay, now I can think. So if Gran knows we tied up Mr. Tolliver, I'm screwed. If she doesn't know, then I need to play it cool. Because the only option is to go to bed and act as if nothing is wrong. Gran will think Mr. Tolliver finished what he was sent to do and left when he was done. Alright.
Okay. Oh shit.
Gran? Okay, stick to the plan. Go to bed and play it cool.
As Luca climbed the final stair, the emotion of the day dragged heavily on him. With each consecutive step, his legs weakened. His stride began to falter.
Uh-oh.
He tried to grab for the railing to steady himself.
What was in
Something
the jam?
wrong.
Come on, legs. Just a few more steps.
Luca
Oh, no.
groaned and tried to move. His limbs might as well have been bolted to the ground. Through numb lips, he mumbled just before falling asleep.
The germ.
A germ. Well, succeeded in going to sleep, I guess.
Sweet boy. What did you get yourself into? What you hiding in the basement?
Yeah, Grandma, what's going on? What's going on, Grandma?
Rest now and let me handle everything. Shit.
I love that you're just face down. No, that's perfect. That's perfect for me.
Chapter 9. A speech to end all speeches.
Oh, okay.
Luca awoke to find himself face down in bed. He moaned into his pillow. Why would Gran drug him? Or rather, why was she trying to drug Mr. Nuncreed?
Well, we already know that Nuncreed's a bad guy,
Shaking the
right?
questions
Yeah.
from his woozy head, Lucas snapped back to the matter at hand.
But he doesn't know that.
He's also gross.
The festival.
It's a good little hop there. Wait. Go to the kitchen. Is the thing still open? No,
Yes.
it's still open. Can we go down? Okay, she's not here. There's a book open. What's that book? Okay, interact with that. Bummer. Oh?
Young Luca would spend hours hiding in the bushes, waiting for a chance to jump out and startle his mother. She always enjoyed humoring him by feigning terror.
Okay, we gotta link up with friends now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where have you been?
Gran put something in the jam.
Yeah, we know. Secret messages for secret conspirators.
Not this one. This one intended for Mr. Nuncreed. Put me to sleep.
Whoa. Sly devil.
Sly.
How cheeky that fucker is.
Yeah.
I think she's trying to remove him from the equation. He might be in danger. Have you found anything?
We looked around, but haven't seen anything odd.
Your Gran is nowhere to be found. But Mr. Nuncreed is loafing around waiting for the speech.
What speech?
Mayor Gus just got up to the podium and is gathering everybody at the stage. Let's get moving.
Let's get moving.
Look, the whole town's here.
Augustus Valentine nervously wiped his brow.
Is this thing... Hello, Beacon Pines. I'm Augustus Valentine, your mayor, and I suppose you already know that. Oh yes, before we get started, I just want to take a moment to recognize someone who couldn't have been here today.
She's still reading her book.
Oh yeah, she's still reading, but eyes down, you know. This town wouldn't have been where it was today without my father, Sharper Valentine. So I thought we could begin with a round of applause for befitting such a great man. That's even more than the old codger deserved.
Gus cleared his throat and awkwardly loosened his tie.
Right, where was I?
William Kerr bounded on the stage with the energy of a preacher at a big tent revival.
Gus Valentine, everyone!
He gave Gus a hearty slap on the
Oh,
back
you're good.
and motioned him
No,
off
you're
the
good.
stage.
Let's hear it for our mayor. What a great turnout. Oh, heck, I didn't prepare anything. But I suppose I could say a few words. Would be a shame to waste such a beautiful podium.
Mr. Kerr pulled a thick stack of note cards out from his vest.
Fucker.
He had it all good.
Community, conviction, commitment. These are the things we celebrate at Perennial Harvest. For us, these are the pillars of the bridge to a better tomorrow.
Does this sound like your company?
Yeah. But I think it's time to add a new pillar. Change. Change is a powerful thing. It's inexorable, unavoidable, and undeniable. And I am dadgum thankful for it. Change is the reason we're all together today. It's hard for me to believe that it was only 4 years ago when fate brought me here. A simple business trip which brought me to a small town which would change my life forever.
Mr. Kerr took a moment to survey the crowd.
You know what?
Wiped away a single tear.
from the second I set foot in Beacon Pines. Something about this place has held me captive. You see, change represents opportunity. It represents potential. It was change that helped me recognize the potential of this place. To see that the people of this town, despite suffering great loss, still held on to the things that made them special.
He thumped the podium to emphasize each word.
Community, conviction, commitment. Change.
Mr. Kerr nodded confidently, biting his lip. The crowd was silent, in rapt attention.
Fate made a perfect match that day. Nothing is more important to you all than community. And Perennial Harvest is a community first and foremost.
Mr. Kerr methodically made eye contact with each section of the crowd.
The only way you made it through the Fell Harvest was an unshakable conviction. A conviction that a better tomorrow was just over the horizon. Perennial Harvest was founded on the conviction that we are that horizon. The festival is a symbol of our commitment to each other.
His voice began to build to a crescendo.
We now walk hand in hand into a future we will shape together. And that is what change is all about. Grabbing the future by the scruff of the neck and making things happen. Change is a choice.
You'd be a very good speaker.
I am tickled pink that we will all be making that choice together. How great is that? Just imagine what we can accomplish. What? Boom. What was that?
The crowd began to look around nervously.
Don't worry, a little thunder isn't going to ruin this day. Everyone remain calm.
Mr. Kerr quickly flicked through his note cards.
Where was I? Through all of my travels, I have learned one true thing. One always reaps what they sow. We have all planted a lot of good in this town, and so it is with a happy heart that I can proclaim...
He raised his hands up to the heavens.
Our harvest awaits! Oh, damn.
Oh, shit.
Gran. Fucking
At that
around.
moment, a merciless wall of impossibly cold air ripped through the crowd. For a man like William Kerr, this was a fitting way for things to end on a stage, with an entire town frozen in rapt attention for the rest of time. The end.
Fuck.
There's that ice again! Whenever I think we're getting close, it comes along and ruins everything! Maybe we should just quit? Maybe you should just close the book, walk away, and never think of me again!
No, I don't mean that. We got a little closer this time. We just need to try again, please.
Alright. We can be sly. Yeah, do we got anything else that we can check on? No. We only can go back to where we were at. There. We can either be sly or we can be chill. Classic good cop. Sly cop.
They'd run the classic good cop, sly cop interrogation.
Today. Your...
My water.
Oh, your water. Okay, gotcha. I thought that was your chocolate milk. I was going to be like, oh my god,
Nope.
you're going to be
It
a
was
brown
just-
llama afterward.
It was just water. I finished that.
Okay, do you want more water?
Luca and Rollo
Yes, please,
ducked behind
actually.
a barrel,
That would be
leaving
really
Beck to
nice.
her task.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Do you need anything else? Do you want anything else? Do you want ice? You already got ice.
I'm good.
Okay,
Thank you.
no problem. Be right back. you go.
Thank you. I would like a cookie.
A cookie? Okay. What kind of cookie?
Or a piece of that banana bread.
You want a piece of banana bread?
Yeah.
Okay. I just broke off pieces with my hand because it's not really crumbly. Or you can do that.
We did a good job.
It's really a prime banana bread. It's really good. I'm very happy with it.
Fuck, that's good.
I know.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What did Jesse send you?
A card.
It's so cute. How cute. The cat made a little cat snowman.
Mm-hmm.
They're so cute.
Yeah, Jesse and Austin.
I should send Christmas cards to people. I don't do that.
I don't do that.
We can send holiday cards next year if you want.
We can send holiday cards. It's not hard to do.
No, it's really not.
And we can make our own. Cheaper than we can buy them. So.
With a few crisp snaps, she roused Mr. Tolliver.
What's going on here? You're that Modewell girl.
Please call me Beck. Sorry about all this.
Mr. Tolliver looked down and shifted a bit, testing his restraints.
It seems that there's been some mix-up. You see, I'm down here for the same reason you are.
Juniper sent you here?
Beck caught herself before letting the surprise manifest on her face. She'd already gotten him to reveal his relation to Gran. This was gonna be easy.
You know how Juniper is with her precautions. Operation Sparkblood has us all on edge. I guess she thought that you needed some backup.
But she sent a child?
What better way to avoid prying eyes? Who would suspect a kid?
I suppose that makes sense.
Mr. Tolliver wriggled a bit in his restraints.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Beck quickly removed the ropes.
That had to have been uncomfortable.
Yeah, a little.
But you understand. We never know who to trust in this town.
Mr. Tolliver rubbed the growing knot on his forehead.
Very true.
So it turns out we're both here to...
Beck twirled her hand, as if to prompt Mr. Tolliver to finish her thought.
Destroy the evidence.
Beck shook her head and clicked her tongue.
Yep. The old gal is nothing if not thorough.
Mr. Tolliver let out an amused huff in agreement.
She sure is. Can't blame her, though. If anyone were to find out what we're going to destroy the source, well, we both know how bad that might be.
No one will know anything once I finish cleaning up things down here.
Beck was on a roll now, playing Mr. Tolliver like a fiddle.
You sure you can finish this up on your own?
Juniper trusted me for a reason. You can leave the rest to me.
Good. There's one little more loose end that I'll go work on.
Loose end?
Oh, it's nothing really. The other day I had a radio on scan while restocking the candy shelf. And wouldn't you know it, I intercepted an odd phrase in the perennial harvest transmission. Underground secrets.
That's ominous.
I think it might be a password, but Juniper dismissed it. Said it wasn't mission critical.
What's the password for?
We don't know.
So we have a password to know where to put it.
I mean, it's something, right?
Good thinking. You should probably go work that out. I got this under control. That's a relief. Between you and me, this basement gives me the willies.
Heading for the stairs, Mr. Tolliver hesitated and turned to Beck with a puzzled look. She grinned and gave him a peppy wave. With a shrug, he continued up the stairs, whistling a jaunty tune.
You guys catch that?
Sure did. This whole time, Mr. Tolliver had a candy shelf, and he never sells us anything. His apples.
Beck blinked slowly in disappointment.
The password, Rolo.
Well, sure, once things are back to normal, I'll be having a word with Mr. Tolliver about that candy shelf.
Fine. In the meantime, I've got an idea.
She turned to the table and began tearing small scraps of paper.
He said that he heard a password on the radio. Any good spy transmission is never what it seems.
Beck marked each scrap of paper and leaned back.
We just need to find a hidden meaning.
Okay. What's another word for underground? Buried, covered. Could it be a cover-up?
Maybe it's one of those each letter is a number thingy. So U would be 21. And N would be 14. D would be...
Ooh! It's an anagram. Nuncreed's drugstore.
Luca and Beck looked at Rolo with amazement.
Rolo, that was incredible.
Well, it's either that or Kren's Nudes Rug Store.
I think you were right the first time. How did you do that?
What can I say? I love ciphers.
Well, I guess we know where to go next. Investigate the drugstore. We got places to go. You scared me half to death.
Sorry.
You kids haven't seen Mr. Tolliver around, have you?
Nope.
He's got me waiting around like the last slice of pie. I swear that man's got laid to his own funeral. You're not gonna look at it?
You can just lean on it. What?
You want me to do it or you
No, you
want
do it.
Yeah, go
You're
ahead.
late, Augustus.
Sorry, sister. Was caught up with work.
Work? You?
I had a few more details to lock down for the festival.
Oh, what do you have to report? What is this insipid town festival really about?
I think
Gus looked around nervously.
Mr. Kerr really does want to do something good for this town. He's actually a pretty nice guy. You should spend some time with him.
I didn't pull strings installing you as mayor so that you could make friends. Your job is to help me figure out what Care and Perennial Harvest's true intentions are with this town. We have a responsibility. This is our father's town.
Was.
Excuse me?
This was our father's town. He's gone, Eris. And he's not come back. Father left us nothing but problems. Mr. Kirk came here and offered us help. We accepted that help.
We didn't agree to them turning Father's warehouse into a toxic dumping ground.
That's just a temporary arrangement.
The glow can be seen from our damned backyard. They are dumping their nasty little secrets on us. When this all inevitably goes wrong, who do you think will be blamed?
Eris's cry hung in the air.
We have a new choice to make now, sister. This town is going to change whether we like it or not. Are we going to choose to be part of the future? Or be forgotten in the past.
It's a shame. Father named you Augustus, but you will always just be a Gus.
Good night, Eris. I'll see you at breakfast tomorrow.
It's getting late, children.
Okay, bye, Eris. Can we talk to the lady we're reading the book?
She's just here listening to everybody's fucking secret conversations.
Exactly. Knowledge, he spat with a sneer. There exists a gulf between knowing something and being able to do a damn thing about it. I do hate when the villain makes a good point. How does she even see?
Solomon stood proudly at the entrance to the drugstore, holding a brown bag overflowing with black licorice.
Hey, Solomon. We're looking for Mr. Nuncreed. Is he still in there?
Hey, Zora. Yeah, this is Beacon Pines. It's like a choose-your-own-adventure, like one of those old books back in the day. I afraid not.
Well, where did you get the candy from? You might say we had an arrangement.
Solomon shoveled a surprising amount of licorice into his mouth.
Sometimes the small pleasures in life. Thought we might not always have a family to rely on. Licorice has never let me down.
Well, I can't say licorice would be my first choice. But whatever floats your boat.
You can tell a lot about a person by their choice in confection.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
I like sour gums. I'm certain you do.
I always wondered why Mr. Nuncreed kept licorice in stock. You must eat enough of it to make it worthwhile.
There are many ways to earn loyalty. For some, it's as easy as cold, hard cash.
Okay, bye, licorice kid. Well, he's right. It's locked.
There's gotta be more clues.
Okay, let's see.
Maybe through the library?
No.
Have you ever seen anyone actually use this thing?
Besides Mr. Nuncreed? No.
Beck cupped her hands on the glass to peek inside.
That's not a normal phone booth. It's like got a blinky keypad.
Why would there be a blinky keypad?
Krent Nude's Rug Store. I mean, Underground Secrets. The password.
Beck flung open the door and they all squeezed in.
Who knew it could fit that many people?
Alright, let's see here.
Luca cracked his knuckles and entered the letters into the keypad.
Well, that sounds like it did something.
Great. Now what?
I guess we
Inside of the phone booth, from its shell. Without even the space to panic, they closed their eyes, held their breath, and accepted their fate. Suddenly, the chaotic descent slowed to an effortless landing. It was unclear where they ended up, but at least it was solid ground.
Ooh.
The air was stagnant and smelled vaguely of chlorine.
I knew it.
You knew that there was a secret hub full of strange tubes under the phone booth?
Of course I did. Didn't I say that?
No.
I definitely thought it. Okay. Do you remember when I said how cool it would be if the trans-dimensional conduits from a Hank Atomic issue number 12 were real?
Rolo, at one point or another, you've said that about every technology ever discussed in Hank Atomic.
And that's why I'm a good predictor.
It looks like each one of these has something written on them.
Mining Operations Alpha.
You guys have mines here?
Not that I know of.
This town is all farms and fertilizer.
And the series of tubes?
Pa always says you can only trust a miner up to the point where they hit gold.
Not sure how that wisdom applies in this exact situation.
That's the thing about Pa. You don't always realize what he means until it's too late.
Perennial Harvest Main Office.
That's where my mom works.
What does she do?
Science stuff.
Is she involved in all of this?
We just moved here.
How could she be involved?
True. Valentine Fertilizer Warehouse.
Isn't that where you almost got snatched?
Yeah. Why would a Perennial Harvest have a tube going to the old Valentine place?
This is starting to feel like something big.
I had to reread that.
This suit has a broken mask. Yeah.
So, we have found our mystery warehouse creeper.
We've at least found their hazmat suit.
If it walks like a nun creed and talks like a nun creed.
Let's not jump to conclusions.
Just saying.
That's a lot of buttons.
Stand aside, Earthlings. I've read enough Hank Atomic to know my way around sci-fi tech.
Rolo's hands hovered over the field of blinking buttons.
Eeny, meeny, miny.
Rolo, what did you do?
Nothing. I didn't even mow yet. What was that?
Hide!
Where? There's nothing but weird tubes in down here.
Just get back.
Get in the other tube.
Oh, it's Nuncrete. Shit.
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 Awesome!
You all need to come with me now. We aren't going anywhere with you.
Not till we get some answers. I miss your underground secrets.
I told them it was an absurd password, but they love anything that makes them feel clever. They who? That's no matter. If I can keep you hidden until after the festival, I might be able to save your skins. You don't care about our skins.
Oh, hold on now. I like my skin.
This all stops now, Nuncrete.
Joseph waited for a moment in silence.
You sound just like him. Who? Walt.
Oh.
You don't get to talk about my dad. You know, your father and I were friends back before.
He gestured toward the strange tubes.
All of this. That's a lie. It's true. I used to bounce you on my knee.
What happened?
Same thing that always happens. Reality, complications, life. We were a team, Walt and I. An idealistic doctor and a bright-eyed pharmacist. Both hell-bent on helping folks.
So, you were his sidekick?
No. were partners. He helped the patients and I helped him.
Yep, total sidekick.
Nuncreed let out a growl of a sigh.
Luca, I need you to know this. I need someone to know this. One day, Sharper Valentine comes to us, says he's got an opportunity. He found something he didn't quite understand. And he was willing to pay us both handsomely to help him understand it. And my dad said no. Your father and I both believed in helping people. But the thing I could never get him to understand was it's a lot easier to help others if you help yourself now and then.
Classic sidekick and the villain plotline.
Walt loved being righteous, almost more than he loved his family. He was wrong about one thing, though. When he begged me not to take Valentine's offer, he said, Joseph, if a person says yes one time to Sharper Valentine, he'll make sure they keep on saying yes to him until the day he's dead and gone.
He shook his
Shit.
head wistfully.
Sharper's long gone, but he's still got me saying yes.
Is there a point to the sob story?
Not really, no. Just an old man trying to delay what needs doing.
Nuncreed took a menacing step towards the children.
I tried to keep you safe. I tried to keep you and Juniper out of this. But you forced my hand.
Luca began to laugh.
What? You really don't know? My gran isn't out of this. She's been scheming right under your nose. Juniper.
Seems like she's planning on crashing the town's party.
She's going to disrupt the festival? Why would she?
The color drained from Nuncreed's face.
How does she know?
Apparently, she knows a lot of things.
What? Let's just say this isn't the only underground lair we've busted into today.
And honestly, hers is way cooler. She got maps, and explosives, and bad intentions, big man.
Nuncreed grabbed Luca by the shoulders. His eyes were frantic.
You need to tell me what she's going to do right now. She doesn't understand what it is she's messing with. Tell me now. She's in danger, boy. I don't know. She had a map with a mark on the fountain in the town square. The fountain? But why
A jolt
would...
of realization struck Mr. Nuncreed.
She knows about the source?
Oh shit. What the heck is the source?
She tries to destroy the source it could catalyze and... Dear God, she's gonna freeze us all.
Who goes the ears?
You all need to run.
Run where?
Away! As far away from this town as you can get. Head west and don't look back.
Floop. I wish I could do that. That did not expect. That did not go how I expected.
So, we're totally following him, right?
Totally.
See you on your side.
You good?
Yep.
I love this town.
Whip.
Chapter 8. The Cold, Hard Truth.
All right.
Beck leapt up, allowing the suction to yank her into the dark. Dimness eclipsed around her like the shutter of a camera, as she seemed to cover great distance in mere moments. Her only points of reference were glints of upcoming turns, which approached with frightening speed, only to carom her gracefully along. She heard the tinny,
Carom.
distant echoes of Rollo's glee.
I don't know
Once
that.
she stopped fighting against it, the
never
ride
seen
was
that word before.
impossibly smooth.
What word is it?
Carom. To strike and rebound. To glance. To make a carom. The car caromed off a tree.
Okay.
So,
So it's just like to turn corners with a like regular.
no.
Like,
It
no.
hit something and bounce back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She hit the
To
corners.
strike and rebound.
Okay, gotcha. So she just bounced.
I don't know if that's the right word to use there.
It sounds like she just bounced back and forth along this tunnel.
I guess. But you wouldn't carry him gracefully.
Then, all of a sudden, as if minutes had passed in an instant, light blazed into view.
Oh, we remember that.
A burst of wintry air snuffed across her face, and she was flung out into the cold.
Whoop.
That was.
Intense?
Yeah.
I think I might have parted with some fluids in there.
Any idea where we are?
Somewhere cold.
Doesn't look like it got any of us.
Got on any of
It
us?
didn't feel like we traveled that far.
So where did it all go?
This place sucks. Why would anybody want to be blown somewhere up out of here?
Only one way to find out, I suppose. We've got to catch up to Nuncreed. I think he went this way.
Alright. You don't want to look at the sign?
No. Okay, this is starting to feel really familiar.
I may not be the most well-versed on all things Beacon Pines, but this does look like some sort of frozen replica of the town. Hello?
Hello?
Huh, I got it. It's so obvious now. Mr. Nuncreed's an alien.
Rolo.
Stick with me here. His species can only live in sub-zero temperatures.
Oh boy, here we go.
The source is their base camp dimension. It's naturally they keep it cold. We found it by traveling through the metallic wormholes back there. Final objective? Kill us all, shapeshift into Beacon Pine citizens of their choosing.
You never really had me. But you very much lost me there.
You get used to it. We should keep moving.
As they rounded the corner to the frozen town square, they spotted Mr. Nuncreed inching cautiously toward a pit at its center. He held his arms out gingerly, as if approaching a beast in the wild. Upon closing the distance, Luca recognized what Nuncreed was after. Gran stood confidently at the edge, one arm outstretched over the abyss. Nearby, a wheelbarrow had been emptied out. She held a lit torch, which
So
flickered in
she
the
definitely
dim
dumped
light.
in like TNT or
Something.
fireworks.
Juniper, I don't know what you think you're doing, but I assure you this is not going to solve anything. If you drop that, you've doomed this whole town. Well, it wasn't me who doomed the whole town. I've been watching you, Joseph. I know what you've done. You and your co-conspirators. Gran? What's happening? Luca, you and your friends need to leave right this moment.
Mr. Nuncreed turned back toward the kids, desperation in his eyes.
Listen to your grandma, Luca. This is between me and Juniper.
Rollo and Beck held steadfast in awe. Luca approached closer. Mr. Nuncreed spun back toward Gran, his voice growing louder.
You've got it all wrong, Juniper. Just hand over that torch. You don't understand what you're doing. How could I possibly trust you to do the right thing? Walt told me everything. He trusted you, and you betrayed that trust. Luca, did you know that this man's entire life is a lie?
Oh shit.
If it weren't for him, your father might still be alive.
Mr. Nuncreed winced with anguish. His voice hardened.
That's not true.
They both now yelled, not to each other, but at fate itself, making their peace with long-held burdens. The wind howled with encouragement.
Walt was like a brother to me. We just had different ideas about how to affect change. Very convenient that your way just happened to line your pockets. Now that's not fair.
They menaced at each other, both catching their breath.
What?
You're doing a
The
fucking
moment
great job.
balanced on a knife's
I'm
edge.
invested.
Amid a blur of emotions and memories, Luca's mind flooded with questions. The wind calmed, as if to give him the stage.
And in the stillness, he began to
Which one?
weep or hum.
And in the stillness, he began to hum. After the death of his father, Luca had trouble sleeping. Each night, his mother would sit at the foot of his bed and hum a gentle melody. It was the only thing that could calm his mind. The only thing that, however briefly, could make it all seem okay. That melody pervaded every memory Luca had of his mother. Shivering in the raw snow, he began to hum it out loud. Gran lowered the torch, listening closely. As recognition slowly set in, her heart sank. Those countless nights of consolation, the incomparable loss they shared together. She let the torch fall to the snow and sizzle out. A few steps toward Luca was all she could bear before dropping to the snow herself. Through a flood of tears, she began to hum along, note for note.
That's cute. Even though they have a giant death hole behind them. Is this a movie? No.
Susan?
This is a playable video game, but it's like a choose your own adventure story.
This is very cute. Can't do it. Can't do it. We just have to listen to this, I guess. For I don't know how long.
Luca lifted
Oh.
his head in astonishment. The last time he heard that melody was the last night he saw his mother.
How do you know? I'm so sorry, my little buckaroo. Not for real. The only people who call me that are my dad and your mother.
Luca blinked through blurry, watery eyes, trying to see more clearly. He could just make out the impression of a familiar face. He peered across the snowscape at the woman on her knees. Something about her was undeniably his mother, only smaller, older, changed.
Mom? That's right, buckaroo. Mom!
Luca sprinted as fast as he could toward his mother. They held each other close, and the cold retreated from their bodies.
That's a big one. That's a big one.
Yeah. Eleanor, I thought you were gone. You should have known I would never abandon my son.
Eleanor looked down at Luca, tightening her embrace in an appeal for forgiveness.
How? You're a smart man, Joseph. I thought you'd have pieced it together by now. You were exposed. Mom, I don't understand any of this. What happened to you? Where did you go? Why did you leave me? I never left you. I was always right here, Luca. Why did you lie to me? You tore me up, Luca, but I did it to keep you safe. I thought that getting answers would help us both move on. But the more I discovered, the more I realized the danger we were in. Until perennial harvest was stopped, it was better if everyone thought I was gone. You could have trusted me. These are bad people, Luca. They won't stop until they get what they want. And they don't take care who gets hurt in the process. Then what do? We have to stop them.
Joseph slumped into the cold, wet snow.
They can't be stopped. This is too big. I tried beating them at their own game. I'm done fighting fire with fire.
For the first time in a long time, her voice felt like her own again.
No more lies. I see now. There's a better way to stop perennial harvest. The cold, hard truth.
Luca gazed down at Nuncreed with pity. He looked small. Joseph stared into the snow, as if searching it for answers.
Come on, everyone. We've got a party to crash.
So she got exposed to the goop that turns you older.
She must have.
And, so...
Don't understand. He always wins. How upsetting.
Chapter 9. The Devil You Know.
Ooh, the
7
devil
months
you
ago.
know.
Eleanor Van Horn crept down the maze of sterile hallways under perennial harvest. She stopped in front of the large steel door marked Deep Engineering. No turning back now.
What?
Do you remember the name tag of the dead man that they found in the
Deep
trash can?
engineering.
She raised a trembling hand. The stolen keycard worked as promised, and the door buzzed open with mechanical efficiency. She was immediately hit with the smell of disinfectant. It was some sort of laboratory. In one corner was a desk covered in papers. Across the room stood a tall metal pod with hoses protruding from its base. She rushed to the desk and began shifting through the piles of papers. They were experiment reports on something called Tempus Liquamen. There were
Tempus
dozens of them.
Liquamen.
Every one stamped failed. Eleanor heard the sharp echo of footsteps approaching. She was out of time. Her eyes scanned the room, eventually landing on the strange pod. Muttering a curse under her breath, she dashed over and dove inside.
And that is what change is all about.
You did a good job with that one.
Grabbing the future by the scruff of the neck and making things happen. Change is a choice. I am tickled pink that we will all be making that choice together. How great is that? This man is a liar. Excuse me. I will not. This town has a dangerous secret and perennial harvest only exists to keep it hidden. Nonsense. They picked up the whole damn town and moved it right under our noses. You aren't making any sense, dear.
Mr. Kerr addressed the crowd with a sarcastic tone.
Imagine such a thing. It's absurd and just plain impossible. They promised they could fix the foul harvest. They told us they would clean this place up. We just had to leave town for a few days. But while they had us evacuated... Mrs. Hartford, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to... You're afraid of a lot of things, aren't you? You sniveling little worm. This is growing tiresome. A little help, please. Don't you all see this festival is a sham? An excuse to have the whole town gather in one place? They're planning something awful. I don't know what, but these people are wicked. Don't listen to her. She has absolutely no proof. I am the proof. I'm Eleanor Van Horn.
Whispers filtered through the crowd.
Well, aren't you just as sneaky as the Dickens? We all knew Valentine's fertilizer was too good to be true, and now this whole town is paying the price. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so sorry about this disruption. My associates will take this obviously disturbed woman somewhere comfortable. so that she can get the help she needs.
Fucking bastards.
She's not the one who's disturbed. You two-timing clown. You all know there's something wrong with this town. It was just easier to look the other way. The truth is... Ooh, the slow clap.
That's quite enough, Mr. Nuncreed.
Torment dragged on Joseph Nuncreed's face.
Yes, sir. What? Is that Sharper Valentine? Take them away.
No, I want them to see this.
How silly.
Ah, the Trepolis Eleanor Vanhor. Temptress?
Tempestuous.
Tempestuous? What the fuck?
Like a tempest. Like a storm.
Tempestuous.
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 Yeah.
Eleanor Vanhorn. You've been quite a thorn in my side. Like a weed that's burrowed in where it doesn't belong. I must confess, you look dreadful.
He paused for a moment, plucking a piece of fuzz from his sweater and discarding it to the ground.
Consider yourself in fine, rare company. You've managed to pull one over on me. It won't happen again. I knew you had some sort of plan to disrupt our little party. But alas, I expected something a bit more impressive than incoherent rambling. No matter. Your failures are yours to bear. Mr. Kerr.
Yes, sir.
It's a shame it was cut short, but I thank you for that rousing oratory. I will take it from here.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir.
You've done quality work for me, William. You can look forward to a recompense when we agreed upon.
Kerr gave a bow of deference.
Founder, you are most gracious.
Gasps rippled through the crowd.
Thankfully, we can dispense with the formalities here on out.
Solomon pulled a glass vial from his pocket. In one smooth motion, he downed its contents. A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips.
You can all call me Sharper Valentine.
His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist. A hushed horror gripped the crowd. This is a story about change.
What? No!
You didn't see that coming. Good.
Sharper examined his new hands.
Well, this is quite the improvement. Everything looks so much smaller now.
Why is he kind of hot?
I think that's the point.
Eleanor was right about one thing. This festival was a ruse. I wanted you all to witness my glorious return with your own eyes. Why does everyone look so downtrodden? This is a celebration, people. Maybe it would help if we set the mood. Mr. Kerr, be a dear and reveal the sign. Ha! Wonderful.
Sharper choked out a crude squawk of a laugh. Frustrated grumbles sprinkled through the crowd.
Sharper, you malicious bastard. I'm glad you're back so I can tell you to your face. You destroyed this town. We ain't gonna let you get away with it again.
I'm sorry. This is not the time for audience participation. Some assistance, Mr. Kerr?
William Kerr gave a subtle nod to the clipboards.
You coward!
Does anyone else have something to contribute?
A helpless quiet settled over the crowd.
I thought so. Gesundheit. No problem. Did you all truly believe you could be rid of me? A town of complete and utter fools. You people should be celebrating my return. You clearly lost without me. And that leads me nicely to my children. Daddy, I gave you both the greatest gift a parent can give. The opportunity to prove yourself in my absence. Squandered. To say that I am disappointed would be an understatement. But I... Silence, Augustus. An adult is speaking. I don't know which is worse, a son who is completely hopeless, or a daughter with such potential who inevitably lets me down. Eris, you fail me with your admirable consistency. Thankfully, I was counting on it this time.
Father, I...
Have been wasting my time, my dear. What have you accomplished?
I was focused on cementing our legacy.
Legacy? Who needs a legacy when you can just live forever?
But what about...
It's all right, kiddo. I'm afraid you suffer from a complete lack of imagination. There's no helping it. Now then, where is Joseph? You didn't take the opportunity to slip off, did you? Ah, there he is. Everyone should give him a hand. None of this would have been possible without Joseph.
I think you've said enough.
Nonsense. The people deserve to know how helpful and loyal you've been.
I only did what I did because he left me no choice.
You always had a choice, Joseph. You were simply too weak to take it. No matter. Cheer up. You are about to be rich beyond your wildest dreams. You should follow Mr. Kerr's example. When I found him, he was a sorrier state than any of you. An aging actor, desperate to recapture his youth. He played his part, and soon he'll be able to play the leading man again. Forever, in fact, if he remains loyal. That goes for all of you. Well, for those who haven't frittered away my goodwill, Beacon Pines is mine again, and I am willing to share its spoils in exchange for absolute loyalty.
Are you saying William Kerr was never in charge of Perennial Harvest?
Ha! You think that puffed-up blatherskite could have accomplished all of this? Dawn, I suppose it's time for your big exclusive.
Sharper addressed the crowd with indignant pride. He'd planned this moment for so long that now, at the deed's fruition, it almost felt frivolous.
You see, I needed a figurehead to hold things down while I orchestrated my return. Someone to misdirect, lie, and bilk this town for a spell. So I invented William Kerr. Take your bow, you've earned it.
Mr. Kerr flourished a preposterously elaborate bow.
Patrick C. Montesquieu, thespian extraordinaire, at your service.
He's a thespian.
Founder, I just want to thank you again for this opportunity. It truly was the role of a lifetime.
Wait. So, this Bill Kerr was Pt3 the whole time?
Now that your secret's out in the open, what's to stop the town from rising up against you?
Oh, that's the delicious part. Fear. Thanks to our clipboards, I know what each and every person in this town fears most. And I will make those fears manifest for anyone who steps out of line. The choice is simple.
I'm not afraid of you.
Ha! The young hero. I've kept a keen eye on you, boy. You and your friends made a habit of disrupting my plans. What a pity. If things would have gone a bit differently, you might have had your moment of triumph. But that's fate for you.
You can't do this.
Oh, but I can. And I have won. Never underestimate what a great man can do given time. And now, time is my plaything. Perhaps the most expensive thing I've ever bought. But well worth it. Ha!
Sharper coughed up one final laugh and cracked his knuckles.
Enough chit-chat. Let's get to work, shall we?
And so, Sharper set about remaking the town in his own image. The fertilizer factory soon reopened for business. Sales rose steadily as more and more farmers across the countryside began to swear by its miraculous properties. Beacon Pines became famous. A secretive town that, for the right price, shared its gifts with all. Gifts that became more and more necessary in a world where winters grew longer and longer. The end. This is wrong, but things are becoming clearer now.
So now you
You
know.
can feel it, right? We can't let Sharper win. He might just be the key to this whole thing. Let's see.
Okay, where did we still have one. Oh, we got Malice. Wait, hold on. What's in the far corner?
Nothing.
Okay, we don't got anything. We have Malice there, and then we have one other thing on the left, which is Chill and Weep.
Okay. We're back a long while.
We're back a long way. Oh, we went too far. We need to open the book back up.
How do I do that?
I think you just pick something, and then you need to open up the tree and see if you can
He squinted
reselect.
down the barrel of the mission. He looked up with surprise as it struck true.
And now try and select another one. Yeah, select that one. Oh, this is when Nuncreed was
When he, like, kills
when he
you.
tried to abduct you. Malice.
There was a malice lurking behind those eyes. Like a trap ready to spring. Luca felt the weight of Nuncreed's hand on his shoulder. Something wasn't right. He didn't know why, but something was telling Luca to get out of there.
I just want this all to be over. Of course, I'm sure it'll all work out soon enough. I should get going. I told Raxie I'd check for Rollo at the
Luca
treehouse.
twisted free of Nuncreed's grasp.
Of course. Luca, you know your dad and I were good friends back in the day. You can come to me with anything. Anything at all. Nope, no thanks.
Excuse me, pardon me, I'm out of here. Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me. I think this is a better chair, by the way, than the other one, because that one rolls and shit.
Mm-hmm.
These festival decorations are a bit humdrum. Now, if I were to throw a festival, It would be a thing to behold.
I agree. This is all a little more than sad.
It's worse than sad. It's boring. What if we were to spice things up a little bit?
I'm listening.
You know this festival sign waiting to be unveiled? It'd be a shame if someone...
The two scurried off, eagerly formulating a plan.
Can we talk to the lady with the book? He looked down and muttered in a gruff voice.
You got it. You're good. Keep going.
Mama always told me my problems would look smaller once I grew up. But my problems always seemed to grow right along with me. Heavens, I sense big trouble ahead.
Your turn.
Identify yourself, please.
Nellie Moldwell. I work here now.
I am unable to locate you on our staff roll.
Oh, I don't officially start till tomorrow. Mr. Kerr said I could come in early to get a few things done.
Hold, please. Clearance authorized. Looks like it's raining. Our harvest awaits. Whoa. You could get a wrench in the noggin sneaking up on a guy like that. Don't scare an old man while he's junking, Sonny.
Evening, Jeff. Isn't it kind of late to be junking?
I might as well ask you the same thing.
Find anything good?
Bah. Ever since Perennial Harvest moved in, even the junk is trash. You can learn a lot about a person by looking at what they throw away. But this bunch is all shredded paper and coffee cups.
Well, I'd better get going.
I didn't see nothing if you didn't see nothing.
See what?
Exactly. Oh.
Oh, what'd I do?
Nothing.
My bad.
You're good. I'm just jumping in front of the clipboard. And that guy's sleeping. Oh yeah. Maxin, relaxing. Oh, you know what we haven't done in a while? We haven't talked to our dad yet. Hey, Jetson. Have you seen Rollo come this way by any chance? Afraid not. An exclusive fish here in this here pond. Go pick out your bait from the tackle box, buckaroo. All right. Pull. What are your FIC? You working?
Yeah,
It's okay.
sorry.
No, sorry. You're good.
Luca tied a small magnet to the line. Fishing with the law of attraction.
You have to reel in a bit faster. You'll lose your catch. Oops.
Luca tied a fishing with the
I got a key. Where do you think this lock for this key? Where do you think the lock is for this key? Now, why would we want to find that? Because we would know the secret. God, that's no fun. Second we know what it unlocks, it just becomes a boring old key. Right now, this key could unlock anything. Cool. That's just the...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's just the thing.
Luca wrapped a twig of thyme around the hook. Some fish have refined taste.
You notice we haven't gotten a fish.
We can also go back to the restaurant too. Talk to Mom.
Hmm?
We can also back to the cafe too.
Can we?
Yeah, because there's a memory in there too.
Oh, okay. Cool. Let's do it. Property of Sharper Valentine. Figures. If he had his way, property of Sharper Valentine would be written on everything in this town. Should we give it back to him? He may not even want it back. The man's got a contemptuous relationship with time. We'll keep it here in case he wants to pick it up.
There's huge Brazil nut.
What is that?
It's a Brazil nut.
Oh. Cool.
They're very meaty nut.
Yeah, actually a thick one. For sure.
Luca tied a small magnet fishing with a...
Alright, Dad. See you later. Okay. Let's go to the thing. Wait, what? Why did it zoom in there? That was so weird. That's so weird.
Tiner.
Oh,
Oh,
it's not open.
it's closed. Hey, Dawn.
Is it true about Rolo?
Yeah, he didn't come home last night.
I wonder if he's connected.
Connected to what?
I was checking on reports about the increased activity around town.
What sort of activity?
Windowless trucks, mechanical noises, strange lights. Your typical shady stuff.
Who would be doing all that and why?
I have a few leads. The Valentine family is always suspicious. Perennial Harvest certainly has resources.
Do you have any idea where Rolo could be?
The best place to start looking is where the trail went cold. Where did you last see him?
We were in Weep Wood. Right by Valentine's fertilizer.
I'll check out the Weep Wood when my shift ends. I'll do my best to work at night.
Otherwise, she's sleeping.
Mm-hmm. She's a bat.
Mm-hmm.
They're nocturnal.
Where's they supposed to go?
Treehouse. M5.
Oh, yeah, I know. I was just trying to kick a can.
Rolo?
He aired a long holler into the woods.
Rolo! Rolo, wherever you are, I hope you're okay.
Luca felt his eyes getting heavy and plopped into the beanbag. He conceded to its lumpy embrace. Once
Oh,
again,
dreams.
Luca found himself in a vast black expanse. This time, he knew exactly where to go.
Really?
He took a single confident step forward. The world flickered and pulsed. he found himself standing in front of the frigid air of a blazing campfire. The source. He plopped down cross-legged and gazed into the cold flame, waiting. Soon enough, the fire began to die out, popping sporadically, until all that was left was a single ember. Luca stood up and dusted himself off. He plucked the glowing ember from the cold ash, examined it, and slid it into his pocket. A keepsake. The voice of his father spoke behind him. "You made me proud, Buckaroo." Luca turned to face him. "Dad, what is this place?" A warm grin grew across his father's face. "A place where everything that has been and everything that could be all wait together." Luca found himself staring at his father's face, trying as hard as he could to memorize every single detail. Wait? For what? Another voice spoke out as Luca's doppelganger stepped forward. "That's up to you." Without knowing why, Luca began to weep. Is any of this real? Are you real?" Luca's father bent down to smudge away a tear. "Of course. I'm as real as the part of you that misses me." Luca turned to look at the older version of himself. "And you?" The doppelganger choked back tears. "I'm as real as the part of you that's angry he's gone." Does that make sense? Through his tears, Luca laughed. "I think so." His father pulled him in for an embrace. "Time to go, Buckaroo." Luca was startled from his dream by a banging on the floor.
Are you there?
A commanding voice rumbled from below. Just as Luca sprang to lock the entry hatch, the door knocked open. Chapter 5. Dangers big and small. Luca stumbled back. He heard the rope ladder creak under significant weight. Keeping his eyes fixed on the hatch, he inched backward to the balcony. As his hand grasped the door handle, Luca froze. A large figure clumsily wriggled up through the hole.
Who do you think it is?
Let's find out. Stop right there, or I'll...
Jeez, I know it's dark and all, but I figured you'd recognize me.
Who are you?
The large figure cocked its head inquisitively.
Stop now, or I'll clobber you with a baseball bat.
Whoa, take it easy. Luca, you need to get your eyes checked. It's me, Rolo.
Nice try, but I know you aren't Rolo. You're like one of his random uncles or something. Where is he?
Uncle? Luca, quit messing around. It's me.
If it really is you, prove it.
Flaming chicken coop, Luca.
Luca's jaw dropped. He peered more closely at the man standing in front of him. Something about him was undeniably Rolo, only bigger, older, changed.
How? What happened to you?
When I was running away, I ran into more of those people in yellow suits. They grabbed me and dragged me away.
What? Where did they take you?
Don't know. They threw a bag over my head. I was cold and I smelled like a swimming pool. I think it was an underground lab or something. They made my hands all big. Look.
Rolo proudly presented his hands to Luca.
Pretty sweet, right? I mean, it wouldn't be my first pick for a superpower. But beggars can't be choosers.
Rolo, it wasn't just your hands.
My feet too. Dang, Pa just made me those new shoes. Wait, Luca, why are you so small?
Luca moved to the side and pointed Rollo to his reflection in the balcony window.
What the?
His hands shot up to his face.
Holy Toledo!
Rollo, what did they do to you?
They made me drink some sort of Greek crud.
Ew.
Actually, it wasn't too bad. Kind of tasted like licorice. I passed out and woke up like this. And then I sort of smashed open my cage and escaped.
Whoa, you smashed open a cage?
Kinda. At least I think I did. It was all kind of a blur.
They had you in a cage. Who are these people? I don't know who did this to you, but we're gonna fix it.
Fix it? This is awesome!
Well, I'm just glad you're safe now.
Luca, you don't need to worry about me. Sure, I got snatched, but look at it this way. I got snatched. I know where snatched people go. We may finally have a lead on what happened to your family.
It froze. We're
Oh,
frozen.
no. This is the stream preview.
Oh, okay.
It's supposed to be this one.
Got it. Maybe you're right, but this all seems dangerous.
Danger? Ha!
Rollo shadowboxed a few jabs.
I take them all on.
So this is the other one where Beck got splashed with the stuff on her hair.
Mm-hmm.
So she's now wearing a beanie and dyed it blue.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, fellas. What's up?
With a yelp, Rollo dove behind Luca.
Ah, take cover.
Did I come at a bad time?
Who the heck are you?
This is Beck.
Sorry. Something truly bizarre just happened and I need help. I didn't know where else to go. You're just hanging out here with your large adult friend?
No, this is my buddy Rollo.
This is your missing friend.
One and the same.
He seems a little old.
I'll have you know that this is recent development.
What the heck does that mean?
Oh, I'm sorry. You're the one who showed up out of nowhere. So we'll be asking the questions here.
That's fair.
How did you find us?
Your silly little treehouse?
You mean our silly little mission control?
I hate to break it to you, but your secret path isn't so secret. And I could hear your racket from a mile away.
See, Luca, this is why we need to improve security around here.
Not now, Rollo. Beck, you said something bizarre happened?
Yeah, but
She shot a nervous glance at Rollo.
You can say around me, you can say around Rollo.
this has been a weird day all around, hasn't it?
Yep.
Beck's eyes narrowed.
Okay, so it all started when I made it back home. Oops, I'm sorry. Can I just keep? I'm just gonna keep that right here. There you go. Oh yeah, good call. In your nice fuzzy pocket. With your little fuzzballs. My first order of business was to try and salvage my hair. So wait, is this the furry tank game? What? No, this is like a choose your own adventure. Like one of those Goosebumps books back in the day.
What's the furry tank game?
I have no clue what that even is. What does that even mean?
I don't think I want to know.
I don't think I need to know. Alright, so I dyed it with some stuff from the chemistry set my mom gave me. Okay. I just need to play it cool and hope that no one notices. Notices what? Oh, nothing. I was just... Come over here and let me have a look. Oh, honey, what in the world did you do to your hair? I just kind of felt like a change. This is gonna take forever to grow out. And you were the one who said that change was a good thing, right? I was talking about your mother's new job. I was talking about us moving. And well, I guess I just took that lesson to heart.
Ilona tried to put on a smile.
Before I forget, I came up here to tell you that Nellie had to go into work. Tonight, her and Kerr decided that it would be good for her to get some things done before tomorrow. That Kerr is like a grade A creep. Back. He is! Him and his weird cult of personality. You are not gonna ruin this job for Nellie. It means too much to her. Oh, I know exactly how much this means to her. It means enough to get her exile her daughter to this podunk town. This place sucks. The people here are weird. You just don't know them yet. It's always cold. We're in the mountains. You'll get used to it. I can't even pick up a single decent station on the radio. It's all banjo music and farm reports. I know, I grew up in a town that's not very different from this one. And that's why you're better at talking to plants than people? Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. First of all, you're grounded. What? In the morning, I'll have Nellie come and see what we can do about fixing your hair. You'll need to look more presentable for the festival. But not another peep.
She sighed, and after a moment, looked down at Beck sympathetically.
I know moving is hard, honey. But that doesn't mean you have to make yourself miserable all the time. Other people seem to have that covered for me. Oh, and if you decide to rebel and by dyeing your hair more...
She flashed a sly grin and tousled Beck's hair.
I'll just shave it off for you. Think of how rebellious you'll look then. Very funny. Thank you. Good night, sweetie.
I think the blue looks good.
I think the blue looks great. Goes cool with the pink ears. Good night, Mom.
Maybe I'll dye my hair for 30.
Blue?
Not about blue, but maybe some other color.
Green?
Maybe. I did like the teal that I had back in the day.
Red? Orange?
I might have my friend Francis dye it for me. I might go back to red for a little
Go
bit.
platinum blonde?
That'd be fun. No.
Wait. First of all, this town does not suck. Second, you need help because you got grounded?
No.
I'm sorry you got in trouble. It's my fault your hair got screwed up in the first place.
Because remember, we
splashed.
Well, no, we didn't splash. The other kids splashed. Don't worry about it. I kind of like this look.
It's cool.
Great, can we get back to the story now?
The next part is the important bit. So I have this radio I upgraded with my mom, and I was too angry to sleep. So I tried to dial in something worth listening to. Mr. Kerr, are you there? Mr. Kerr.
Yes, I'm busy. What is it?
Apologies, I have the founder on the line.
Patch him through immediately.
One moment.
Hello, sir. It's so nice to hear from you.
Skip the pleasantries. What's your report on the new researches of the deep engineering?
Nellie Modeville seems to be integrating nicely. At this very moment, she's working to help us meet our deadline. She offered to work overtime before I even had the chance to suggest it.
Excellent. You have had faith that she is capable of finishing the work left by her predecessor.
Her work must be complete before the harvest festival.
I will make sure she stays day and night until it's accomplished.
Good. You know how I feel about loose ends.
Yes, sir.
Once she has finished the work, we need to make a determination regarding her long-term prospects with the company.
Immediately, sir. I usually have more time to bring people into the fold.
We are in the endgame, Bill. After your failures with Dr. Prescott. That's the person with the toe tag that we saw.
Mm-hmm.
I can't afford to make any risks.
Of course, sir. No loose ends, sir. Once she finishes the work, she will either leave the office completely committed to perennial harvest, or she won't leave at all. Damn.
Perfect.
Sir, if I might suggest, maybe we should delay just for a bit.
Oh?
It's just, we seem to be rushing to hit this festival deadline. Rushing into things has caused some issues in the past.
I see.
Please understand that I just want what's best for you. I'm eternally grateful for all that you've done for me.
Bill, I'll make this very clear for you. I brought you in to make things run smoothly, not to have opinions.
Of course, sir.
Chin up, Bill. You are only a few days away from having everything you ever dreamed of.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Whoa.
Yeah. So, just so we're clear, when they said loose ends, they're talking about murder, right? Like actually killing someone? Capital murder?
Luca gave Rollo a quick elbow to the ribs.
Who is this founder?
I was hoping you guys would know.
Nah, as far as we know, Kerr is the top banana at the perennial harvest.
He sounded so scared of this founder guy.
So we have an even topper banana on the field?
What the hell was my mom caught up in?
Has she talked about the job much?
Not really.
She said she was going to come in.
And continue the work of someone she respected.
Luca, do you think that body at the warehouse was...
The person's Beck mom came to replace? That would make sense.
Beck, it seems like Nellie's predecessor was, a loose end.
You were thinking of Fuga, Melodies of Steel. Okay, it's definitely not that. It's definitely a game called Beacon Pines. I don't know what that is. I will look at that. Are you going to look it up? Okay. I'm getting that impression.
It's actually a really good game. About furries and tanks.
Yeah. Tactical role-playing video game, CyberConnect 2. Fourth title in the company's Little Tail Bronx series.
Little Tail Bronx.
Definitely is very furry, though.
It's very furry.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Set in a war-ravaged world where a village is destroyed by the fascist Burman Empire. 6 child survivors band together and 6 can be rescued throughout the game.
Okay.
Interesting.
All right.
You look at all these characters.
I love all the ones with glasses.
Okay, so we need to get your mom out of there before the festival happens.
That's 2 days away. Won't you just come home after work?
The creep on the radio said that they were going to hold her until then.
So if she's not coming out, we gotta go in and get her. Sorry.
No, I got it. I'm going to just hold on to it.
You should put it in a
Beck
couple there.
flicked a large sheet of paper out of her pocket and slammed it on the floor.
Maybe this'll help.
You have blueprints?
Well, it's really just a welcome mat from my mom's PH orientation day. PH?
Perennial harvest.
But it shows the layout. You got me.
Sure looks like blueprints to me. Look, here's the reception area, a big room marked founder's office. Even has exits marked. Guys! We have a deadline. We have an objective. We have blueprints. You realize what this is, right?
Rollo started to wiggle with excitement.
I think we're heisting. This is officially a heist.
Chapter 6. The Heist. They spent the night's end huddled around that small map, formulating a plan to infiltrate the headquarters of Perennial Harvest. It would be no small feat. A modern facility equipped with all manner of technology, not to mention the swarm of clipboards that would most certainly be scattered throughout. By the time the sun began to peek through the car window used as a makeshift balcony door, all were in agreement.
How you liking it?
It's good.
Still good?
This could just work.
Are you invested? I mean, most of the... I feel like... Do you have even any more questions? That's the thing. Like, because they kind of answered them all. Now.
They'd need to pull every resource at their disposal, pull every favor with a thread. Even enlist some unsavory characters around town with important tasks only they were suited for. Luckily, there was enough ill will and mistrust toward Perennial Harvest that alliances could be found at a bargain. Luca, Beck, and Rollo rubbed their eyes as they exited the treehouse. They hadn't slept at all that night. There was no time. The festival was to begin in 1 day, and they each had their assignments.
Alright.
Alright, quick recap. Rollo, you're gonna talk to Roxy. Cordially. Without her in fits, this whole thing could go bust.
Me? Cordial is my middle name.
Uh-huh. And how do you plan to explain your new...
He waved vaguely at Rollo's sizable figure.
circumstance?
She'll be so happy I'm alive she won't even notice.
Beck snorted an involuntary giggle.
And Beck, you're sure Ilona won't just shoot this whole thing down when she hears it?
She'll listen. Once she understands the danger that Nellie in, the danger that we're all in, the plan will make sense.
Okay. That leaves me with Jeff, then Iggy.
How are you gonna persuade them?
I'll think of something.
They each looked at each other with sleepy confidence and nodded.
Well, Godspeed.
Let's go find Jeff.
Alright, go find Jeff. I don't think we got anything new, right? Oh yeah, look at that good lean. Look at that lean.
I could it zooms in too.
Yeah.
Where's Jeff?
Oh, can we talk to the book lady? Undaunted, he shook his head. Over? No. Endings are merely a state of mind. This doesn't end until I give up. Wow. I admire the conviction. But can he really pull through?
Who's Iggy? Who else am I supposed to talk to?
We're supposed to talk to Iggy and Trish and Jeff. But Iggy's always with Trish.
Who are Iggy and Trish?
Those are the two punk kids.
Mm-hmm.
The one who splashed, yeah. Who got deformed in that other ending. There's Jeff. What can I do you for?
Well, I know how much you hate Perennial Harvest.
Hate is a strong word.
Sorry, I mean...
I didn't say it was the wrong word.
Gotcha. So we're gonna break into their headquarters, and I thought you might be able to help.
Jeff wheezed out a long snicker.
You see, I knew you kids were all right.
Great, so you'll help?
The joy in Jeff's face drained instantly.
Not a chance.
But...
Give me one good reason why I should risk my hide in aiding and abetting you rascals.
Looking into the sullen eyes of his would-be accomplice, Luca blurted out the first word that came to mind.
Oh, fuck.
Hide.
Jeff's brow perked up.
What do you say?
Go ahead and hide then.
Sensing some traction, Luca carried on with vigor.
Let a bunch of kids do what needs to be done. We're not afraid.
Jeff's scowl faded with a sigh.
Say what you will about old Jeff, and they all do. But you'll never hear him say I hit for nothing.
One good stomp of the foot was all Jeff needed to drive his point home.
What was it you kids needed? You fucked up, but not really.
Some sort of disguise.
I got just a thing.
And while we're at it, that crate should come in handy.
Ain't gonna be free, you know. I'm thinking 5 bags of sour gobs to cover it.
Put it on my tab.
Luca offered out his open hand to seal the deal. With a firm and dusty grip, Jeff reciprocated.
Done. Swing back first thing in the morning. Great job. Yay, Trish! Look who it is! Luke, are you here to try and tickle us to death again?
Look, just hear me out.
Iggy raised an eyebrow suspiciously.
We're listening.
Iggy, I know we've both been giant bags of shit to each other.
Iggy gave a reluctant shrug.
You're not wrong.
But lately, life has been kinda... strange, you know?
Iggy considered the point.
Things have been a little weird around here.
So I'm offering a truce and asking for your help. What do you say we... pull our hostilities, at least for now?
Pull? We don't pull away from nothing. Buzz off.
Luca knew they'd need Iggy and Tish to pull this off. He tried again.
Yeah, just skip through it.
Iggy gave a reluctant shrug. Iggy considered the point.
I do like breaking things. Even if truce means less breaking things.
What if I told you there was a way to have a truce and break stuff?
Go on.
I need you to cause a distraction so I can sneak into Perennial Harvest HQ.
A wild-eyed grin spread across Iggy's face.
My, Luca Van Horn, I'm impressed.
And after all this is done, maybe you and Tish can hang out at the treehouse sometime.
Iggy glanced over to Tish, who nodded.
Because remember, that's all he wanted to do was to hang out at the
yeah.
treehouse.
I know.
Fine. And not what we want to see a crappy treehouse. We just want to cause
With
chaos.
a quick nod, Luca was off.
Did you hear that, Tish?
Iggy gazed up at Tish with a smile.
He invited us to hang out at his treehouse.
A single tear ran down Tish's cheek.
Oh my god, that's so sweet. Oh my god. We never expected this day to come.
That's
How wonderful.
That's not what she says normally. She normally goes, yup.
Chapter 7.
That's so cute.
Into
Good
the
job.
hive. A good heist requires preparation. And thorough preparation takes time. Something they had precious little of. So far, everything was in order. Jeff, Iggy, and Tish all agreed to do their part. Beck radioed Luca that night with a simple and covert message. We're locked and loaded on my end. And Rollo, after a lengthy confession, managed to persuade Roxy and Fitz to help. He stowed away in mission control for the night to avoid attracting attention. Rollo, being uniquely suited for the role, would be the first to breach Perennial Harvest. The outfit provided by Jeff wasn't perfect, but a convincing disguise is 10% wardrobe, 90% confidence. Rollo took a few vigorous breaths and shook out his...
Just stay calm, Rollo. You can do this. Got your delivery here.
A delivery? I don't have anything in my notes about a delivery. One moment. I'm so sorry, but there's no delivery scheduled for this morning.
Right.
He had to think quick.
That's because this goes directly to the founder. He asked that it be kept secret.
Rollo sighed, adjusting his tool belt.
You know how the founder could be.
I suppose we can leave this one off the records?
Our harvest awaits and such.
With a stroke of his mustache, Rollo proceeded into the Perennial Harvest headquarters.
Our harvest awaits.
We're in.
A package here for the founder.
Sorry.
You're good.
Yeah, it's a need to know kind of thing.
I'll just check.
He stammered and flipped through the pages of his clipboard.
This goes directly to the founder. We don't have time to fill you in.
Oh, I see. If you could just complete this form.
Rollo interrupted with urgency in his voice.
Every time with the forms. Look, if you want to explain to the founder why I'm late, then it's your funeral.
I'm sorry. What did you say your name was again?
I'm...
Rollo panicked.
Our harvest awaits.
Sir? That's a restricted area. Excuse me, sir?
Our harvest awaits.
Ready to light that candle, Tish?
Yup.
Suck on this perennial ham fist.
What was
The
that?
distraction was enough for Rollo to regain his confidence.
Just open the door. I got a job to do.
The clipboard fumbled around in a frenzy.
I should check on that noise.
Oh, come on. Just buzz me in already.
Okay.
Phew. That was a close one. Our harvest awaits. Yeah, I figured, when in doubt, stick with the classics.
Well, that was a close one. But you pulled it off. Nice work, Rollo. Alright, everyone knows what to do?
Yep, deep engineering is to the north.
I'll go with Beck, in case she needs some muscle.
I'll head east to the founder's office. You two be safe.
Can you go in their door? No. Okay.
That's odd. There's not even any cups for the water. Uh-oh. Oh no.
Oh man, we get lost already? Oh? Okay.
Solomon?
Solomon stopped in his tracks.
Luca? What are you doing here?
It's a long story. Are you okay?
A veneer of confusion flashed across Solomon's face. His words rushed out dramatically.
No, I am certainly not okay. Some strange people grabbed me and...
Were they in hazmat suits?
Yes. How did you know? They brought me in here and locked me up, and when they were distracted, I ran.
Dang, okay, you should stick with me. We've got a plan.
Solomon's facade briefly faltered.
We?
Yeah, Rollo and Becker headed to deep engineering.
Thank heavens you found me. We've got to get out of here.
We can't leave just yet.
But they'll catch us again.
I've got to do something first. When you were running, did you happen to see a door marked Founder?
Founder? Why are you looking for him?
I'm not. I just need to get into that office.
Now you mention it, I do think I saw a door that said Founder. It's just down this way.
Luca happened to notice a plaque above the door.
Office of the Founder. Knocking comes with consequence. Oh, here it is.
So it is.
It's pretty lucky that I ran into you, or else I might have missed it.
Truly fortunate.
Luca tried the handle.
Locked.
Solomon leaned forward to examine the mechanism.
Regrettably, it seems to be some sort of electric lock. I don't see how you or how we could possibly defeat a lock like that.
Luca smiled and looked at his watch.
Let's just wait a minute.
She just brings a shovel. Fucking. I don't know what kind of funny business you're up to, but I like it.
She mimed a quick hat tip and ambled off with a whistle.
Howdy.
Good afternoon.
The light on the keypad changed from red to green.
How did you do that?
It's good to have friends. Quick, let's get inside before someone spots us.
Luca switched on his walkie-talkie.
Rollo, I'm in. As expected, there's a control panel.
Great timing. We're stuck at the locked door marked 24601. I need you to get us through.
What if someone catches us? We should get out of here.
People are Les Mis fans.
601?
24601.
That's the...
That's John Valjean's number,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's his number, yeah.
24601.
24601. Then he
I'm
kills
not leaving
himself.
my friend, Solomon.
On the
Yeah,
computer
Javert.
screen,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
green cursor blinked in a path.
That was really cool in my high school play.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was like a bunch of smoke, and then he fell back. That was super cool. Surely you don't have a way to get around the password.
Luca pecked out his best guess. Underground secrets. The screen blinked to life. Columns of green numbers glowed on a black background.
How did you just guess that?
Oh, it's this absurd password Rollo heard when he was down here before. It's funny how someone arrogant enough to call themselves the Founder uses such a basic password.
What's up, Mac? Or they were thinking some several moves ahead and not expecting anyone to guess something so simple.
These villain types always end up outsmarting themselves.
Solomon's jaw clenched into a half smile.
Your powers of deduction are simply as impressive as your luck.
Luca quickly scanned the columns for number 24601.
24601.
That's not the tune, but that is something else.
It's not the tune.
It's not the tune, but it is something else though.
Okay. What is it?
I don't know.
Okay. Rolo, I think we should do it.
Bingo bango, doors open. Luca, you never fail to impress.
What is slippery lout? What is slippery lout even going? What is that slippery lout even going down there? Going down here?
Doing. That's a D.
Doing?
Yeah.
Doing down here. What is that slippery lout even doing down here? Jesus.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
We have a friend whose mom is in trouble. We're here to get her out.
I see.
Okay, Luca, I think we're close. The next door is marked 13806.
Once again, Luca scrutinized the numbers on the screen. In that moment of distraction, Solomon reached forward and pressed a large red button.
Uh-oh.
Maybe this one opens the lock? Crap, I think we've got company. Luca, must go faster.
One sec, I can't think with all the noise.
Quickly skimmed the screen with his finger.
Here it is. 13806. Go, go, go!
Curse these fumbling hands. My apologies, Luca.
Don't beat yourself up. I know you were just trying to help.
Totally. Uh-oh, clipboards are after him.
Oh man, no water cups.
Roll out.
Rolo, are you okay? Rolo, come in.
Mr. Kerr approached with a sneer and spoke into his walkie-talkie.
You can turn off the alarms. They're trapped.
With self-satisfaction, he called into the hallway.
That, my dears, is a dead end. Nowhere to run. Rolo, where are you? Are you okay?
Yeah, I think we lost him. Making our way back to Nelly's office.
Okay, you two rabble-rousers are coming with us.
I think that was you.
No, it was you.
Nope. Oh, get fucked.
Make a break for it.
Did that little shit just kick me? Don't just stand there after them.
Okay, I think that worked. Betsy and Freakside got him on a wild goose chase.
I'm having trouble following what just happened.
Like I said, it's good to have friends. Rolo, how long do you think Roxy can distract them?
How long can Roxy keep someone so pissed off that they can't see straight? Let's just say we've got time. Entering Nelly's office now.
Mom.
Oh, honey, what did you do to your hair?
I thought you'd be happy. I finally used the young chemist lab kit.
You sure have a knack for making me incredibly proud in the most frustrating way.
We need to get you out of here.
We? Who is your adult friend?
Yeah, adult and italicized.
Oh, I'm not an adult. Ever heard of a growth spurt? I've had more of a growth spew.
No, that's not possible.
Nelly leaned over to examine his teeth.
Substantial bending on the enamel of the molars, consistent with Tempest liquamine exposure.
Is that what you call the gunk they forced me to drink?
You drank it? Oh no. They told me it was only being tested on plants. Oh, Beck, sweetie, I promise I didn't know.
Mom, what the hell is going on in this place?
I was brought here to work on the discovery of a lifetime. A novel chemical compound was discovered under Beacon Pines in a wellspring they call the Source. They named it Tempest Liquamine. It pulls energy from its surroundings in order to fundamentally alter matter's relationship to time. It was the secret to Valentine's fertilizer. They harvested the Source, infusing small amounts of Tempest Liquamine into the product. It worked wonders, drastically accelerating plant growth. Crops would be ready to harvest in a fraction of the time. But it led to complications.
The foul harvest.
Perennial Harvest came in to clean up the mess to succeed where Valentine failed. But Tempest Liquamine is rebellious.
Rebellious?
You can think of it as a manifestation of change itself. It's volatile by its very nature.
So the more you try to force it to do a specific thing,
The more it resists, yes.
I can relate to that.
My role was to finish the work of my predecessor, Dr. Prescott. Harnessing Tempest Liquamine to reliably manipulate an organism's age.
In Orgasm's age.
Just imagine how many people we could feed.
Fresh, aged orgasm.
Shut up. Mr. Kerr was very insistent that we achieve a successful result before today's festival.
But you didn't, right?
Nellie sighed.
You know how much I love a good puzzle. I poured myself into the problem. It wasn't long until I discovered oddities in Dr. Prescott's notes.
Oddities?
They contained obvious errors, mistakes that someone of his reputation would never make. So I fixed them, and
He made those on purpose to keep them at bay.
And now I get to replace my whole entire wardrobe.
I really am truly sorry.
Meh, those clothes were hand-me-downs anyway.
So it sounded like Dr. Prescott figured it out, got cold feet, then intentionally sabotaged his own work.
I considered the possibility. I've sent a letter asking him to clarify this thinking.
Mom? Dr. Prescott is dead. Kerr had him killed.
What?
Yeah, I overheard them talking about it on the radio.
That's why we gotta get you out of here.
Like, no.
Wait, the vial! I finally solved the chemical equation allowing direct control of aging. Mr. Kerr picked it up just before you came.
All the more reason why we gotta hightail it.
Luca, we've got Dr. Modewell. Heading your way now.
Roger that, be careful. Alright, everything's on track.
And, is that your plan for escape?
We'll go over everything when they get here. In the meantime, maybe we can dig up some more info.
Alright, time to look around. By the way, look at that picture in the back.
Fucked. Yeah, I'm really sorry you got dragged into this mess, Solomon.
You needn't worry about me.
Well, I feel bad either way. We're gonna get you out of this, I promise.
With a subtle, quivering lip, a smile crawled across Solomon's face.
Malice 80 proof whiskey. A hard drink for a hard man. Wow, even his alcohol is arrogant.
Solomon muttered inaudibly.
I should just smother you right now.
What's that?
I said I shouldn't bother you right now.
Don't be silly, you're no bother at all. Let's see what else this bad boy has on it. Security system, time card logs, payroll. You know, for being so evil, this guy sure is boring.
Solomon once again muttered under his breath.
Just you wait.
Huh?
Oh, nothing.
The book's on the chair. Because he's too short.
Because he's
for
too short to
the-
sit. Yeah.
It looks like the founder was helping Kerr plan the festival. Why would such a secretive leader be obsessed with a party?
Only time will tell.
Luca held his hand up to the ashtray.
Still warm.
He must have been in here recently.
I think the filing cabinet is the last place to check. That means this kid has been smoking.
Luca tugged on each of the cabinets.
Dang, this must be the good stuff. They're all locked.
Perhaps he's not as careless as you expected.
They heard the trampling of frantic footsteps from the hallway.
Lock it, lock it, lock it.
Locked.
That was close. When we left Nellie's office, it was swarming with clipboards.
We barely got away.
Did they follow you? Rolo.
Before we start tossing blame around, is it possible someone ordered a pizza?
We'd love to hear your thoughts. Definitely not a pizza.
What now?
Don't look at me. I'm officially retiring from the heisting business.
We're so sorry for the inconvenience. We just have a few quick questions. Just let me think. Can someone watch the door?
Of course.
Everyone else, huddle up. Oops.
I think this little caper has gone on long enough.
Solomon, no.
Hush now, child. The adults are speaking. Dr. Modwill, a brief reintroduction is in order. We've never met in person, but we have corresponded. You see, it was I who hired you. Solomon, the pathetic orphan child. A powerful, enigmatic founder. Sharper, the fallen progenitor.
That one I don't know.
Progenitor who created this town. I'm looking
This
up.
game is teaching me a lot of vocabulary. Isn't it?
Yeah, you know, you'd think this was a game for kids, and then it's got a lot of really intense themes.
Progenitor. A person or thing from which a person, animal, or plant is descended or originates. An ancestor or parent.
Okay. Perennial harvest, Valentine fertilizer. All connected by a single thread. Yours truly.
But that's...
Her eyes searched the floor in thought. Solomon watched eagerly, waiting for the flicker of epiphany. With a sickened look, she peered into his soul.
Ha! Yes, you get it now.
Tempest Liquimine, you discovered how to reverse the process.
Solomon clapped with genuine delight.
Very good, Dr. Modwill. Very good. Though the discovery wasn't intentional.
Solomon glanced down, examining his youthful form.
And the effects went a little too far for my tastes.
That's why you needed me to finish Dr. Prescott's work.
Which you did admirably. Mr. Kerr, the vial, please.
Kerr presented it with a theatrical twirl of the hand.
May I present to you the eighth wonder of the...
Finish, Rollo snatched the vial from Kerr's palm.
Well, this stuff sounds pretty valuable.
Be careful, you fool. You have no idea what you have in your hand.
Actually, we do. You just did the whole evil villain monologue thing about it.
Rollo casually tossed the vial to Luca.
Gosh, maybe I'll have a taste.
Luca jiggled the vial mockingly.
Seize him!
Luca, over here. Move another inch and I smash it.
She held it tightly behind her back. Solomon sighed, speaking in crisp, measured syllables.
You have no plan. I'll smash it, I swear. Fine. Risk killing us all. Or if you're lucky, nothing happens. Then what? We capture you and grant you much less leniency.
He pursed his lips with feigned sincerity.
But I give you my word, if you hand it over now, none of you will be harmed.
A deep uncertainty washed over Beck.
You're a smart girl, Beck. There's no shame in being outwitted by someone smarter than you. We both know there's only one way that this ends.
She looked to Nellie shakily. With a dispirited nod, Nellie sighed in defeat. Beck slowly approached Solomon.
That's a good girl.
Beck, don't do it.
We can't trust that jerk.
I'm sorry. He's right.
With apprehension, Beck conceded. Solomon pocketed the vial and brushed off his shoulder with a sharp flick.
Mr. Kerr, you have allowed yourself to be humiliated by a group of children. Report to my office tomorrow for a performance review.
The blood drained from Kerr's face.
Of course, sir.
But first, you have a speech to make. Trot out there and give me the introduction I deserve. And don't forget to smile.
Yes, sir.
And to think, all of this thanks to the efforts of Mr. Van Horn.
I don't understand. How is this all because of me?
Ha! I said Mr. Van Horn, silly child. Dr. Walt Van Horn. Your father was always a thorn in my side. I offered him the opportunity to be part of something great, but the fool was blinded by righteousness. He even broke into my laboratory in an attempt to sabotage my work.
Solomon shook his head with gratification.
But the universe is a funny way of course correcting. By meddling with force he didn't understand, Walt showed me its true potential. As fate would have it, Luca, your father's dying act was to grant me eternal life.
A muffled applause resonated faintly through the walls.
The speech from outside. Well, that's my cue. After the festivities and my subsequent ascension, I will return to deal with you all. Until then, I suggest you use this time to reflect on the magnitude of your failure. You three keep post outside the door. Meow.
Well, crap.
All right, time to move.
Nellie was staring at the floor, deep in thought.
Sorry, Luca. Give me a minute to calm my mind. Hey.
I'm sorry, Luca. I did what I had to do.
I know, it's just we were so close.
I got a feeling that eventually, Solomon will get what's coming to him. Time wounds all heals.
Well, time seems like less of an issue for him now.
Time wounds all heals. Wait. Heel like the heel of your foot?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that also like a...
Time heals all wounds.
No, I know. But heel, as in H-E-E-L, is also the term for a bad guy in wrestling.
Oh.
Because you have the hero and the heel.
Oh, yeah.
I can't believe Beck sold us out like that.
I'm not sure she had any other choice.
So what now? What's the plan?
I don't have one.
Of course you do. You always have a plan.
Rolo.
You just need some time.
Rolo, it's over. We lost. Luca, there's something you should know. After After Mr. Kerr locked me in that office, I had nothing but time and curiosity. Poked around a bit, hoping to find a means of escape, but I found something else. A note hidden in a false drawer. What sort of note? Dr. Prescott must have sensed his time at Perennial Harvest was growing short, so he left behind a letter with the hope it would be found by his successor. It was a confession of sorts. He left it for me, but its contents... Luca, I think they were meant for you. Why? What did it say? It was about an incident with your mother.
Wait, hold up. 2 seconds. She found a note in the drawer and continued to do the work?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
I think today she found the note.
After she was done?
After she was done.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Dr. Prescott found her in his lab with a stolen keycard. There was an accident. She'd been exposed to extreme amounts of Tempest liquamine.
The color dropped from Luca's face.
She survived. Dr. Prescott decided to help her recover. He no longer trusted Perennial Harvest, so he kept her whereabouts a secret. Over time, your mother led him to rediscover the purpose of scientific discovery. Science is often at the vanguard of change, but that doesn't mean it's always right. He realized that no one should have control over something as powerful as time itself. I now believe that's why he began to intentionally sabotage his own work. And it cost him his life. That's a reasonable conclusion.
Luca was overwhelmed with emotion.
But if she's alive, where has she been? Where is she now?
A sudden explosion
What?
sounded from the hull. Chapter 8.
Comeuppance.
Ears still ringing, Gran picked herself up off the ground. Through the dust and smoke, she looked over to see Mrs. Fratelli helping Hiram Tolliver to his feet. She'd had to beg, borrow, and steal to acquire those explosives. How many nights had she spent visualizing how she'd use them to make things right? And now, her one shot at destroying the source, that damned hole that swallowed so much of her life, was gone. Traded for this jagged hole in a wall and a foolhardy shot at rescuing Rollo. With Fratelli and Tolliver at her side, she stepped through. It was a strange feeling. The last time she'd stalked this maze of hallways, it was in a different body. They quickly rounded a corner to find a group of clipboards guarding a door. Something worth guarding is probably something worth seeing. She leapt forward, brandishing her cane. If her last chance at vengeance for things lost was truly gone, she would just have to fight to keep what she still had.
Yeah, let's go.
Gran, what are you doing here? Luca, what are you doing here? We're here to save Nellie. We're here to save Rollo.
Hey, Miss Lucas Gran. That's awfully nice of you. But I'm fine.
Oh no, what did they... Gran, there's no time to explain. We have to go now. Come on, everyone, we've got a party to crash.
They made their way out from deep within Perennial Harvest, just as Solomon finished up his speech.
Thankfully, we can dispense with the formalities from here on out.
Solomon pulled a glass vial from his pocket.
We've got to stop him.
In one smooth motion, he downed its contents. A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips.
No!
I guess that's it. We lost.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
I wouldn't
knew
be
it.
so
I
sure
knew
about
it.
that.
I knew she switched them.
With a mischievous look, Beck elbowed Luca. Remember when I had the vial behind my back?
Oh no. With a change? With a malice? With junk?
I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little junk.
I can't wait to see the look on his face when he realizes he drank his own cigar ash.
How did all the ashes get into the vial?
Pretty easy to mess with the vial when it was behind my back.
Oh, that's sneaky.
Yeah, it's a bad habit anyway.
Pa always says bad habits are like 50-yard field goals. Hard to kick. You can all call me Sharper Valentine.
His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a
Damn.
Well, that's one way to kick a bad habit. My fucking god.
As the last of what was once Sharper Valentine wafted into the air, the crowd began to disperse, still numb from what they had just observed. Sharper Valentine was gone for good. His end would be a new beginning for Beacon Pines. A new chance to let go of the things they had lost and grab hold of a new future. The end. Well, I'd be lying if I said that wasn't a bit gratifying. If that feels to you like a good note to end on, I won't stand in your way.
Alright, alright.
Okay.
So we can do chill cop.
Chill cop or weeb. I mean, we can also go
We
back
can
to
also
that.
go back and do that.
Yeah, whatever you want.
We'll go back.
Okay. Finish this part of the tree.
I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little change.
Like pocket change?
Your unlucky penny.
Yeah, I plopped it into the vial when no one was looking.
What's that going to do?
No idea. That's the beauty of science. Now we observe.
You can all call me Sharper Valentine.
His body and face began to contort and expand as he
Blah 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 blah.
Holy crap! He's a baby!
Yeah, but he's still sharper, right? What he was no longer matters. This is an innocent child. I apologize for all the harm my father has caused you.
Eris awkwardly cradled the squirming child,
Look at those evil eyes that this kid has.
her voice shaking with uncertainty.
Augustus, what do we...
We do what Valentines always do. What must be done. I'll hurry home and prepare a crib for father or young Sharper.
That would be a great help, thank you.
She looked back down at the infant with equal parts kindness and terror in her eyes. With a shake of her head, Eris addressed the crowd with a stern scowl.
Okay, everyone, the show is over. You may leave now.
Epilogue. Beacon Pines' coldest summer on record came and went without much fanfare. Folks shared what they had and none were left wanting. The new school year was ushered in by the falling leaves of autumn. After everything Luca, Rollo, and Beck had been through, middle school was bearable. The chill of winter didn't seem to bother people much. They kindled a hope for a better future in their hearts. When spring arrived, farmers planted their crops with a sense of joy and optimism. And as the dawn of the first day of summer came again, its light slowly it crept over the town square, across the river, past the neglected welcome sign, and came to rest on a young boy sleeping at dawn, his mind at peace, knowing he is here for a reason.
You got a new t-shirt.
No, it's his pajamas.
Oh.
Rollo, are you up yet?
Roger that.
What a beautiful day of mission control. You gonna swing by?
Be there in a minute.
Well, we made it to the
Epilogue, yeah.
epilogue.
I heard you and Rollo having big plans for the treehouse.
Yeah, it started getting crowded after we revoked the max capacity 1 Rolo, 1 Luca rule. So we decided to expand. But at least we got some help with that. How's the internship at Nellie and Ilana's shop going?
It's been great. I'm hoping it helps me into some school of agriculture upstate. Also, Nellie said she'd write up a letter of recommendation, which would be huge. Just can't help but worry about Rollo leaving. Or leaving Rollo. He's grown up so fast, but he's still my younger brother.
Yeah, he had a heck of a growth spurt.
I don't just mean grown, literally. This morning he was up and he finished his chores before I even had breakfast.
Well, some of that might be his excitement about the treehouse renovations.
Don't tell him this, because it'll really go to his head, but I'm really proud of that little punk.
I'm sure he feels the same way, but he's just too dang proud to tell you.
I know. Planting trees.
Hey Gus, how's the tree planting going?
Couldn't be better. I'm so grateful to Ilona and Nellie for letting me help. I just wasn't built to be mayor. Too much bureaucracy.
Gus, we finished cleaning up the sidewalks. What's next?
When perennial harvest collapsed, most of the clipboards skipped town. But some stuck around and dedicated themselves to making things right.
Anyone with a knack for art can help paint the new office. Oh, sorry, that's you.
Anyone for a knack of art can help paint the new offices.
You can count on us. Well, it looks like you really found your calling.
I never really felt comfortable telling people what to do. Now, this right here is something I can be proud of. You want to talk to Nellie?
Treehouse.
A little higher,
Yep.
a little lower,
Yep.
a little higher.
Yep.
I'm telling you, the angle isn't the issue. We need more power to the radio. Luca, there you are. Would you tell him it's not the angle?
Hey, I'm not in charge of the antenna redesign.
Fine. Iggy, just don't do anything drastic until we get back. Who? Me? Tish, you're in charge while I'm gone.
Yep.
They'll be fine, right? It'll be fine.
If we really want mission control to turn into something bigger and better, we have to loosen our grip a bit.
You're right. Lead the way.
I see you decided on a name.
Yep, we had to clear out all the old stuff before putting the final touch. Slow and Dirty Harvest is now official.
I like it.
It was actually Nellie's idea.
There's still a lot of work to do, and the name serves as a reminder. Just because progress is important doesn't mean that change should happen fast. In fact, I've learned that the more you care about something, the more important it is to take things slow.
Our motto is go slow and fix things. Amen to that.
Young Mr. Van Horn. How's little Solomon, Sharper doing? Young Sharper seems to enjoy nature more than I. So we do a lot of strolling these days. Has he, attempted to follow the script and plot world domination? Yeah. Thankfully, no. I spoke at length with Dr. Mogul, and she feels that Sharper's infant mind was not developed enough to retain his previous memories. For all intents and purposes, the child is unmolded clay. Let's hope he's a little nicer the second time around. That is the objective, yes. But really, all I can do is try and hope. Two activities I am endeavoring to find less distasteful. Well, I think you're doing a great job. And the whole town is ready to help out whoever we can. I can't wait to teach him how to throw a baseball.
Eris did her best to ignore the tears welling in her eyes.
That would be acceptable. Alright, where the fuck is their
Wait,
house?
wait, you gotta talk to the girl with the book. He looked to his friends with a thankful smile. And after everything that could have gone wrong, everything that did go wrong, we made it. The end.
Closing her eyes, Miss Hatch took a deep, relaxing breath.
She finished her book.
She finished her book. Oh, hello, Luca. How are you?
Really good, actually.
That's wonderful. Did I miss anything?
I think you're pretty much up to speed.
If you head to the right, just keep heading right.
Hey, Mr. Nuncreed. I'm gonna go see my dad in a bit. Do you want to come with? Even after everything I did, you'd still...
Mr. Nuncreed shook his head.
You really are your father's son, aren't you? Don't think I'm ready for that yet. Well, you're always invited. I bet he'd love to hear from you. I'll visit Walton my own time. You run along now.
Where'd all these bunnies come from?
With perennial harvest gone, the transportation tubes were left unused.
Come on, come on. No one is too big or too small for Jeff's wild ride.
It's funny.
Maybe not completely unused.
Just one piece of candy for your ride of your life. Who's next? I use it as a little toy. Oh, the bee kid. Are the bugs coming back? Guess what? Yesterday I saw Dinus Tidius.
And that's good?
It's great! I haven't spotted one of those in years. At this rate, Beacon Pines is going to become the bug capital of the country. Of the county. Here's Beck. I have news I think you'll enjoy. This morning, I unpacked my last box.
You're officially moved in.
It's just a box. Let's not blow this out of proportion.
Sounds an awful lot like putting down roots.
I guess I decided that this place is root worthy. If you're going to be stuck with me for the foreseeable future.
I do have to warn you, most years aren't going to be as interesting as this one.
I think I'll manage.
Ready?
Before we go, there's a bit of a surprise. My mom's prepared this tree especially for you.
They didn't have to do that.
It wasn't just them. About the whole town pitched in. We all owe you. It should do okay in the cold of old Beacon Pines. And thrive as things warm up.
That's perfect.
So now that they're not using the source, it's warming up.
Mm-hmm.
You got a little plant. Can't get in there. They boarded up where you crawled in before. Now that's a good looking treat. Being a special occasion and whatnot, rides on the house. Gonna want to hang on tight to that little tree.
Yep.
I think it. The end I've been waiting for. Honestly, I began to lose hope of ever finding it. But then you came along. I don't know exactly how to thank you. It's hard to explain how much this means to me. It's funny, now that our time together is finally ending. Let's just watch the end together.
Done.
A
Good little
good
tree.
little tree.
The best little tree.
Thank you, children. This means a lot. Yeah, thanks for everything.
Shucks, I only did what any super awesome buddy best pal would have done. Well, we should probably give you some alone time now. You good?
Yeah, I am. It's been a wild year. How are you feeling?
Everyone keeps asking me that. I'm fine. Really. Oh, it says that the only thing fitter than a fiddle is a cello. I feel like a dang cello.
Well, if you ever stop feeling like a cello, I'm here for you.
I know. You don't have to say it.
You two make an awesome pair.
Excuse me? We're a trio now.
Yep.
Thanks.
There's just one thing missing about our part in our group.
Missing?
Let me tell you a little story about a man named Hank Atomic.
Oh, God.
Yeah, but I won't be long.
We'll be waiting for you back at the phone booth. I found the perfect way to start our summer.
You've got some good friends. I'm so proud of you. Your father would be so proud. I know. Mom, can I ask you a question? Do you ever dream about Dad? Not a night goes by that I don't. Are you ever afraid that you're going to forget him? Forget what he looked like? Forget his voice? No, because so much of him lives on in you. He loved that old tree, but I know he would have loved this one more. Because his two favorite people planted it. I'll give you two a moment. Hey, Dad. Dr. Mobile says that over the next few years, this place should warm up. So you won't have to be so cold for much longer. I think I finally understand why you left that night. There were things you believed in, big things. Those beliefs were the things that made you, you. If you wouldn't have stood up to Sharper, stood up for what you believed in, you wouldn't have been the same person anymore. You had to go. But that didn't mean you loved us any less. I might not visit you as much as I used to. I know you understand. I can't do anything. Wow. That's it. That's the end. That's the end. We did it.
We did it.
I'm kind of sad that they didn't figure out how to reverse the aging. Obviously someone figured it out.
I mean,
You're telling me Sharper doesn't have notes about how he did it?
I think that they were assuming that hold on one second. I think they were assuming that using the source again would just make things, would just fuck things up. So, but he became a cello now. So,
It was good.
yeah, that's pretty good. We didn't go through all the endings.
No.
We somehow you picked all the good stuff immediately.
Yeah.
So that's good. I really like this game. I think
We
it's
can go
really.
back if you want.
We can go back. We probably won't.
We probably won't. but we
Probably won't. We'll probably start something new next time.
Probably. Hey, I just got this shield.
In
Breath of the Wild. Yeah.
in Breath of the Wild?
Hmm?
Oh, I never got that
I
shield
found
in
it-
Breath of the Wild.
I found it in the castle.
I never
You
got
have
that
to
shield.
defeat.
Like waves of enemies, right?
No, that one you get by just defeating a Hinox, but it's a bony Hinox.
Oh, okay, skeleton Hinox.
Yeah, skeleton
Nice.
Hinox, yeah.
You have to knock the eye out of its head and then punch it
Yeah.
a bunch of times.
Yeah.
This game was funded.
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's cool.
But yeah, I really like this game, and I really like the voice actress who did the narrator. I think that she was very talented. Made everything seem very real and like a storybook. So, evil fluffy tuna,
Yeah, it was cool.
and the music was good.
It was really good.
Yeah. That's the first game we've completed together. Many more to come. Many more to come.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. At some point, we're gonna have to do Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
That'll be months of streams.
Yeah. You want to do Baldur's Gate on stream together?
I mean, I've never done Baldur's
All
Gate,
right, let's do it.
so
We can do it.
that would be something that we would go through together.
We can do it together.
Okay. But yeah, I think this game is fun, and I like how intriguing this game is, and like it holds you captive. So, like were any of the twists things that you would have picked out?
No.
No.
Absolutely not. None of it was like glaringly obvious,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah. I didn't think so either, because like I don't think I got any of the twists.
No. Toodlepip 23.
Toodlepip?
Oh, somebody's name was Toodlepip.
There you go.
Zumbini!
Oh, there's a guy named Zumbini.
There was a guy named Zumbini.
Nice.
It's fun.
Oh, the book, it's back.
Probably go back. Yeah, you can just go back if you want.
Oh yeah.
You can go back and do the stuff.
Yeah, we still have 3 different things that we could pick. Right? We have chill, we have weep, and we have malice. And I don't think there's anything else, right? There's nothing else in that far corner. Okay.
It's rainy.
Yeah, you can hear it. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for our first game together.
Yeah, that's fun.
That was really fun, really great. I'm going to stop this recording right now.